I'm like an OG tune. I do them gruesome. Like, little bro, where you get the balls to face me? You must have gruesome. Beezy like, show him the ropes, show him the ropes, Jimmy. Newsome. We got the insane crip versus the big grape, the big baby. Let's get one thing straight. I straight jack niggas who think they crazy. You holler for me? You must be punch drunk, past insane, he dumb nuts. 40 cocky and it's buffed up. Lean on him, this nigga rum got me fucked up. Yo! I'm on this turf way banging that. Lift the gun, small shot, it's men to run. I'm hitting one. I'll put a buck in a quarter like a nip of rum. Hey, Smack. When this is over, we gotta speak. Me and you got a lot of beef. I asked for top shelf, you give me rum. This shot was cheap. Headshot. I blip the semi. I pull up in his mini city with rum at, knife in him. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's go! Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I outweigh him by 250. I throw these, they too swift. Yeah. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I outweigh him by 250. I throw these, they too swifty. IQ, I'm too witty. They say they want Crips to stick together, but we ain't want you, nigga. Oh, you Crip Cornell? Oh, you Crip Cornell? They call you Insane Nelly, you get crazy cause you her? Guns, I got Air Force Ones and Nelly get 2 per. You know how I rock. You can't hide from me. Search his block, search his spot. Catch him, 2 Ks, green bean, it's a perfect shot. I let the Desi blow. I'll kill your whole fucking family, you already know. One worse, I drop your niece off at an R. Kelly show. This nigga, I had this nigga Nitty about to dumb out, hoping that she run out. Have him throwing rocks at the studio, begging her to come out. I'm disrespectful. Yeah, I'm disrespectful. You say half what I say, you the type to get mushed for it. He pussy, the 40 got the dush for it. Battle rap reaction, say something crazy and get pushed for it. Gunline, yeah. Gunline king, he think with one of them gun lines, he gonna gain glory. Yeah, to one of them gun lines turn into a front page story. I dunked on you verse twerk, I do what I want. I'm big crippin', fifth gripping, big clipping, looking for a reason to kill him, I'm nitpicking. Out of all your brothers, yeah, man. Yeah! I'm nitpicking. Out of all your brothers, you the lowest son, I'm Chris Griffin. He the lowest one, Chris Griffin. He the lowest one, Chris Griffin. I'll pull up shooting like I catch it off the pass. Beasley, you better pick his box out before I catch it off the pass. Y'all know he heard me? I ain't got no motherfucking slogan. Jersey. We got Rum Nitty versus this big bitch Suge. That's a bad look, now scratch that. This Cuz Webb versus Shaq Suge. Nigga, why you try? You jumped out on me first, my nigga. Here's what I reply. And it's time to die. So let's get one thing straight. Your vital signs are burning. Nigga! Motherfucker! I brought out my pistol. We're supposed to be cool. I don't want to have to slug out my nigga. You slammed on me first. With that dunk, now you tripping. Nigga pulled a shotgun out in a bar and went out like Blizzard.
Alright, we live. We magic with the bottle in my hand. Magic with the bottle.
Let's go, baby. Be live.
He know I don't like that shit. He know I don't like that. He know I don't like that. That's why he did it.
That's why I looked at you.
I know.
Lost in Translation every Thursday, 9 p.m. 9 sign to 11 sign. Nah, I mean, we have a special guest here in the building.
Showtime legend.
Mr. Hitchcock himself.
It's good, John.
Would you like to introduce yourself or you want us to gas it up?
What's that?
You want to introduce yourself or you want us to gas it up?
Man, everybody know me from Jersey City, man. I'm here. What's good?
Man, fuck that shit, man. It's the legendary Hitch in the building, man. I need y'all to turn the fuck. I see Henny. I see Blunts. You heard? Fucking legend in the building, man.
Legend, man.
You want to give them where they can find you at?
Oh, y'all can find me on Instagram, Hitchcock JC, HITCHCOCKJC. Basically, you can find everything else from Instagram. That's all I really do. Got Teddy over there, the assistant. She does everything else for me.
Hitchcock JC on Facebook, Instagram. I am Hitchcock on
Instagram.
A lot going on with the technology.
Word now, yo, like not to be funny, like bring it up and you they are good, but formerly of the 18 for all the battle rap fans, they know the Clue tapes. This is that, you know. These are the spitters, man. He a spitter in the building right now, so you know what I mean.
We come make it right in here in the chat though. One love.
Definitely.
Show. What up, people? My people tuning in, Teddy.
Hey, y'all.
Let's go, y'all.
Yeah.
Put on my people at.
To get started, because I just want to ask everybody how they doing, how they week going, what's going on.
Oh, me? I'm not gonna lie to you. I had an eventful week for the first time, and like, well, I always eventful, but I got some work done.
It, though.
Yeah, I remember it. That's what's crazy about it. Cause like, you know I'm usually banged up, but I wasn't that banged up. I think me and you linked up. We talked about some music ideas or something like that. And then I had one day. Then I went to the studio with Finesse. I was actually at the mall a lot, running around grabbing some things and shit like that. It was something else that happened. I'm just happy I can remember this much. To be honest with y'all, it was something else though. Forgot what it was.
I've just been working, chilling. I mean, setting up some businesses that I'm about to take off with. So, just
That's what else I did. I bought a bunch of stocks.
nice. Like, yeah, exactly. Doing investments and just getting my shit together.
So what you?
He not here, so I'm gonna say it for him. My life for people.
Hey yo, shout show off in the chat. You heard he say he fuck with Hitch. He been fucking with him, yo. That show off the battle rapper.
I love it.
Like and subscribe,
Jersey. Let's get it.
Love the support. No doubt. Me, I just been in the lab. Y'all
As
skip
you
me.
can tell.
I was gonna go to the labs. Like, I was gonna go to the
Nah, I'm
labs.
messing with you.
Said you ain't
I've
about
been
to
in the
skip
lab
me.
picking these beats. We putting this tape together. It's gonna be epic, y'all. Trust and believe. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give y'all like 2 more singles just to hold y'all over, and then we're gonna put this joint out. You know what I'm saying? Finally. We coming.
Can we get straight into it?
Yeah, let's get straight.
What's the direction of this project?
Direction of this project? Basically, you
Hold
know,
on. Give
Wait.
the title of the
The project.
project.
Wait, hold up, man. Hold up. Can I take what? Y'all going too fast, bro. Cause this man like he been out the game for like. Nah, you're like, come on, man. Let me take over for a
I have
second.
some throwback questions too that I want.
Nah, but before we get into that, like let's talk about like the absence and why now in the mumble rap era you gotta bring the bars back.
No, we
Like,
gonna get into that. We got
yeah.
a nice list of questions for you.
Well, basically, the Hall Hood Classics was like an epic mixtape series that I dropped with Ransom. Shout out to Ran. And it was going into like the 20th anniversary of it. So a lot of the fans that, I kind of disappeared from the scene, wasn't really active on Instagram. And basically I had a lot of requests. So I was seeing everybody like, oh, this is Hitchcock. Like, you don't got no music. And I didn't have any music out because I haven't been promoting anything. So I thought it was only right that I could drop something for the fans. I always consistently made music, but I just wasn't putting anything out for a very long time. So I had a couple of records in the stash. I was like, you know what? Let me give them something for the summer. I'm gonna drop 3 records, and I picked one, I dropped it, and then the rest was history. I dropped the Patina. And just with the atmosphere right now, with everything that's going on, it just was a record that fit perfect. It's not like a record I made for that.
Yeah.
But everything I make is just my truth, and it was that moment. That's why I say everything is like timing.
Yeah, stars
It'd be
align.
like forcing it if I was doing this like 2-3 years ago. I'm forcing it when the mumble rap or whatever style of rap that is, the drill is at its peak, and it's just like I'm fighting the forces.
Yeah.
But right now with the corona and people are like quarantined, people really got their ears open. So it's a little bit different. You ain't distracted by the club and things like that. So people are listening to the bars more. They more aware, I feel like. So I feel like I'm carving my own lane right now. You know what I'm saying? Amongst what the new school cats is doing, I respect what they do.
Yeah.
I just know how to do what I do, and I gotta be great at doing what I do. But I feel like I'm carving my own lane, and it's a perfect opportunity for me to do it now.
We already got a question for you from the chat too.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta ask that question.
Show off is asking. You said you're a canon. How much for a feature?
You gotta holler at Teddy Grams 201. You just holler at True Money Gang ENT at gmail.com. She's responding to everybody. We go through everything. So TrueMoneyEnt at gmail.com.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna drop that in the chat for them.
Yeah, at gmail.com. Y'all just holler at her. We'll line it up.
Alright, so hitting on something that you was already getting into. What are some of the biggest difference you want to say in the game, the music game, from when you first started to right now? Positives and negatives.
That's a good question. So what's the difference in the music?
Like the music game, like the music industry.
Well,
like
the music industry now, the biggest change is the technology. So the technology changed the game and took the power away from the major labels. My bad. Yeah, it took away from the major labels. So right now, everybody can be independent. You know what I'm saying? The artists have taken more control over their stuff and not putting it in the hands of the record labels and just hanging in a balance. So just with the technology, we could put out our own music. We can search for beats. We can, you can contact people and meet different producers and things of that nature. So it's just like the artist can be more in control if they choose to be, and not deal with a record label and a lot of cats getting shelved, stuff like that. You can, just put your stuff out immediately. But the negative part to that is that it's oversaturated. You know what I'm saying? There's no more artist development. So any person who feel like they can rhyme a couple of words, they could put something together and put it out the same night. So then it's just oversaturated with so much music, it's hard to weed out where the talent is. You know what I'm saying? But you can't knock them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's hustling. Everybody's trying to, do their thing. I'm a positive dude, so and I've seen some people succeed and they terrible. So you can't say you can't do that because
it works
it is
for
what
them.
it is, and whatever works for you, do it. You know what I'm saying? And do it great.
Nah, I get that a lot. That's why you got a lot of one-hit wonders, a lot more now than back then.
Yeah.
A lot more. Maybe 2-3 songs and you never really hear from them again.
Yeah, you
because
think
they wasn't ready.
Yeah, some of them don't complain though.
Yeah.
Some of them don't complain because you get a one-hit wonder nowadays, right? If you're independent, you're seeing your straight cash.
Yeah.
Whereas when you was with a label, you got an advance.
Yeah.
You got to pay that back. That hit, you're like, damn, I'm you know what I'm saying? So they take all that bread, 360 deals, they taking all the show money, all that. But right now, you can have a hit and you can eat.
Yeah.
And you won't complain. It ain't even a big deal. Like
You've seen all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Your money.
I'm good.
So I got a question on one of your songs. I believe it's Severance. You said it. You said a line where you was basically saying the same person that found you found Kodak.
Oh, good now.
So like first thing I thought was like Orlando. So I was thinking,
Yeah,
absolutely. That's what you said. Something like that. Like the history goes back so far. Like from back in the nitty-gritty era, you're connected to somebody as like in Kodak in the like 20s, like teens and everything. So like, how does that make you feel knowing that like you like part of that tree?
It makes me feel good, but it's also like I've got to create the awareness. Like a lot of the fans are younger fans. Like the Hall Hood Classics was 20 years ago. A lot of these artists are 20 and 21 years old.
Yeah, they wasn't
so they
here.
totally like Hitchcock. People are, some of them are unaware.
Yeah.
So when you put little hints and clues and you say stuff like that in the music, they do their research. You see the Orlando Wharton, and this is the guy that signed Kodak Black, PNB Rock.
I think one more person. Yeah.
Like it's basically just saying that he has an ear for music.
Yeah.
The same guy that y'all like that found him, he found me and pushed me and got me on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got my whole career started.
That's pretty dope.
I got one for you. So, what is your favorite project that you've made and why?
Favorite project? It will probably be one of the Hall Hood Classics, maybe Hall Hood Classic 3. I feel like it all led up to Hall Hood 3, where I believe it's 3 or 2. I'm just gonna lean on and say 3, because basically we had the beast. We had to keep spitting and earn the respect basically of the artists so Hard Hood 3 is the one that we had a lot of features on. So everybody who was popping at that time, we basically had a feature with, you know what I'm saying, Joel Santana, Trey Songz, we had a D-Block joint on there. Like, so everybody I grew up listening to, now I'm in the studio with them, and we're creating. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this is fire. And we're using it for our project. You know what I'm saying? And we not paying for the features and nothing. They want to rock with us. They want to get on it. It ain't like nowadays where everything is just business. It's like, nah, they one of us now. So I think that might have been one of my favorite projects because we felt accepted. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
We have a question from the chat, the Phoenix. He said, "Hey Hitch, can we look forward for you and Ransom to do something again, either 18 project or just a song together?"
There's always a possibility. Like Ransom, me and Ransom is good. I talked to him a couple of days ago. We'll see. I can't put a date on it or tell you there's going to be a guarantee because we've been talking about doing it for a minute. But it goes back to what I said before. Like everything is timing, right? So maybe it wasn't the time for us to do it. But I feel like right now is kind of like the perfect timing. But right now I have to worry about me. I got to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Ransom has been consistent throughout the years, like since he came home from prison. And now, you know what I'm saying, I have to kind of focus on my thing and prove my worth, you know what I'm saying, and do my thing. Like, I can stand on my own 10 and hold it down, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying, I don't mind being from the grassroots and from the ground up and see the real fans, the ones who were there from the beginning, and, you know, create new fans with the content that we're putting out right now.
Oh, you got one more question. He said, Biz the Prince funny as hell, Biz 1-8. He said, ask Hitch if he's still in projects with the Cuckoo Cow.
That's a dope
classic line.
For the 20-year-olds that don't know, they probably don't even know who Cuckoo Cow is. It was one of those one-hit wonders right there, but I like that song. I had to throw that ball.
Yeah, he funny as hell for that.
What up, Prince?
He funny, he real funny as hell.
We got 47 people watching right now. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, share it with a friend. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Let's get these numbers going.
Thank you.
Let's get it.
Shout out to Black Chamber Music Radio. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Show love.
I got one for you.
I'm about to say I have one too. Yeah, I want to know the origin.
Origin of?
You and your music career. How did you start doing music? What made you jump into music?
We
got time, don't worry.
Okay, so I jumped into music. You know, my wife, she always tells me, it's, oh, you be dragging it out, but the history is real. So I'm from Jersey City originally. I got into music through my cousins, which is the Medicine Cabinet, just like a throwback Jersey City street group. Medicine Cabinet, they used to be in competition with another group called The Pharmacy. You can see the white and The Pharmacy was Joe Buttons, Mida, Kavasi, rest in peace, Hard Target, HT. You know, HT was a really talented, dope dude too. And so my cousins, I was younger, and I aspired to just get respect from them with the bars and stuff. So until I started really rapping my real stories, like about my uncle, about my stepfather, which was one of my cousin's uncle, you know, personal stories, they was like, yo, this shit is real. And then I just started making music from a narrative point. That's how I started, you know what I'm saying, like telling the story, but it was like my story. So I started from there. I went to Lincoln High School, freshman, sophomore year. My mother got remarried, and we moved to Teaneck. Moved to Teaneck High School, where a lot of these cats are from New York City, from Queens, Brooklyn, you know, parents who made it, and then they moved to the suburbs.
Yeah, I know how to go.
Teaneck is full of artists and full of like backpack rappers, so immediately, me rapping in ciphers and stuff like that, I got notoriety. And you know, that's how I met Lady Luck. I met like Hassan Salam. Like these are people that rap, like they get busy, you know what I'm saying? And Lady Luck wanted to put me down. She was basically doing a morning show thing where they was doing a battle. She got a deal with Def Jam. She was trying to put together a label deal, and that was my first time going to the record label, which was Def Jam, through Lady Luck. Shouts out to Lady Luck. So once she brought me to Lady Luck, that's when I started believing that, damn, this shit could really happen for me. Because I'm seeing Russell Simmons. I'm seeing Leo Cohen, like I'm in an office, I'm just a kid, a teenager. I'm seeing LL Cool J, I'm seeing the artists, we all in there with them. So I'm like, yo, this could be real. And then I started taking this seriously after that, you know what I'm saying? Once I graduated and I came back to Jersey City, I just was on one, you know what I'm saying? I met Chop Diesel. Chop was like, yo,
he's a legend too.
You know what I'm saying? And Chop had a deal with Motown Dream Team. Was his production company. I signed a year deal with him to his production company, and that's when I really learned how to format the music. You know what I'm saying? Like take the music that I had and format it and make it like radio ready. Like he taught me a lot with that. He was working with Ali Vegas at the time at AZ. So basically he was working their projects. He was responsible for producing their projects. So like when AZ was making that Problems, that
AZ was dope.
And AZ and this other kid, Ali Vegas, but I was kind of put on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be the main guy because he had to fulfill what he had to fulfill. So at that time, he had a studio on Columbus in Sweet Studio, which was in the back. Well, it was Sweets. It was a barbershop, and then Cheese also did some airbrush.
Shout out
he had
Cheese.
a studio in the back. Y'all know what's up if y'all watching. And basically, once I got out that deal, I met Orlando because Orlando used to frequent the barbershop. Orlando Wartenberg. He was like, yo, we can do something. And from there, we started Presidential Beats. Me, Orlando, Brooklyn Miz. We started it. We needed an engineer. It was Jeff Amaya. Then Nelly Nell. They started putting me on Nelly Nell.
Hey, yo, this combo legendary right now, son.
That's why I said
Hold up.
That's why I said
They brought 2C out, which is 2C. We can't forget 2C. And Zerk, we got to talk about Zerk. Zerk was like the digging in the crates dude. He had any record that you could ever think anybody has, he has it. So we just built that team, and that's when we started doing what we was doing. That's how we really started that Presidential Beats thing. But Maya was very close with Ransom, still is, and I guess they were from the same building. So Rand used to always be around. When I first heard Rand, I was like, yo, this nigga's hard. And we did a couple of records together for my mixtape, which was the first project coming out of Presidential Beats.
Okay.
So that's how the whole wave started. My cousin K.I., shouts out to K.I., I was looking for features to do on this first mixtape. It was called Hitchcock Presents. And Joe Buttons was popping at the time, just got on. And he was the plug to Buttons. So I was like, yo, I need a Buttons feature. He got Buttons to the studio. Buttons heard my project and was like, yo, I'm getting on it. And he got on it. And he also heard the features I did with Rand. It was like, yo, we need to do a couple records together. Y'all will be dope as a group, and I'll help push it. We need to do a bunch of records together. And then the A team was formulated just like that quickly.
That's dope.
You know, so that's a quick, brief rundown. Studied through it a little bit. For anybody that I missed, you know what I'm saying? Blame my mind. You know the shit.
Word.
Who came up with that name though?
We all sat down and we was trying to think about some names, came up with a bunch of corny names. It might have been Buttons, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't even remember none of the corny names we was coming up with. But we writing down names, we just like, yo, the A-Team. It just seemed like it was simple, you know what I'm saying? A-Team, you know what I'm saying? Ransom, me, I was Hitchcock. You know, that's where I got the Hannibal Hitch from. Feel me?
Alright, so let me
I like that.
how did Hitchcock come about? Like, how did Hannibal Hitch, how did that come about?
So Hitchcock, I got named from DJ Enough and Lady Luck. So DJ Enough was actually A&Ring Lady Luck's first album coming out of Def Jam. So before, like I was telling y'all, when I first started going to Def Jam, you know, I was in the offices with her, you know, picking out beats, like just listening to the beats that she picking, the selection, just watching the process, being a part of it. But I was trying to get on too. So Luck would always put me in front of them, like, yo, spit. Put me in front of Parrish from EP&D, yo, spit some shit. And I just start spitting. Just take me into Leo office, yo, my man, he hot. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even Hitch at that point.
Who was you going by? Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask that.
I was a backpacker. My shit was like anonymous lyricist. It was like corny, you know what I'm saying? Anonymous the lyricist.
You had bars with that too.
Anonymous lyricist, inconspicuous, man, wordy, like it was just corny, but you know, I was just into my vocabulary type of thing. So DJ Enough was like, yo, I like his stories. The same thing he felt, my cousins felt like, yo, he's rapping like a narrator. Yo, your name should be like Hitchcock, like the storyteller. That's how I got this. That's how I got the name. And after that, it just stuck. Everybody started calling me Hitch up there. Yo, Hitchcock, Hitch. So I got it from DJ Enough, combination between Enough and Lady Luck. Shouts out to Enough.
That's dope.
That's legendary.
He talking his shit.
Hey, yo, so I got a question too, if you don't mind. So, like, yo, like, can you explain like what it was back in the day when like Clue would call and like bring the wolves out? Like, yo, first of all, one of my favorite joints is that family reunion shit.
Man, that's a whole another story.
Like,
yeah, the way that happened was crazy. But let me answer the first one for you first. So when Clue will come by, you don't know when he's gonna come by. So basically, working in that studio was in 350 Morgan downtown, like the old factories.
Mhm.
It was an abandoned factory at that point. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's sold. It's like right next to the Trump building that's downtown and all that. But it was an abandoned building. The bathrooms ain't work. It was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But we had some studios built in there. This dude named Mark built some studios and was renting space out to people. So once we met Clue just really popped up after Buttons left with the project we created and went to Def Jam with it. Skane Dollar heard it. And Skane, I guess he works with Clue with the Desert Storm. Like soon as he went up there, the very next day they came and popped up just to see what was going on. And his idea, he wanted to do a reality show in that building because he just saw like the conditions we was working under. And like the music that was coming out of there was so raw, and then he's seeing the conditions. He was like, yo, we need to get a camera. Like he had that vision back then, like a long time ago. We just didn't execute it. I wish we did. But
This is like just when YouTube like was invented.
I don't even think
right. Like
I don't think so.
Like yeah, like
this is like LimeWire. We was
it was fact.
What year YouTube came out?
Like 2007,
No,
2009.
like 6 or 7.
Yeah, because the first Clue joint I was on, I believe, was a tape. Like I remember when Buttons was on Clue, it was a tape. It wasn't even transitioned like the CDs yet, I don't think. So it's kind of like if that transition was about to happen. But anyway, once they heard the music, they just popped up. And then you never know who gonna pop up in the studio. It might be Fabulous. One time, Fab, Mano, Paul Kane, rest in peace, Stack Bundles, like they would pop up. So you gotta just have that heat ready. You gotta have your shit gotta be loaded. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they used to do it, everybody gets a chance to get on the track, but everybody ain't gonna make the track. Right. So if your shit trash, you gonna get cut off. So my goal was to never get cut off a track, which I never did. And it's just like, yo, I gotta go very hard because everybody in here, I gotta say something that's gonna make them be like, whoo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like steel
You
sharp
getting a lot of love
so
in the chat.
it's dope working with these dudes and just.
You getting a lot of love in the chat too.
Yo, now,
Shout out to the chat.
now, yo, what was
somebody spitting all your bars in the
yeah,
chat.
facts. I see that
They
shit.
spitting all your bars in the
Yo,
chat.
like,
More bars for you.
like, yo,
Somebody
like,
spit all your
not
bars
only
in the
that,
chat.
but like, yo, like, I was one of the people that used to buy the Clue tapes just for y'all.
That's right.
Like, I ain't want to hear nothing else.
Yeah, you know why? Because there's a lot of Jersey pride too. You know what I'm saying? We got so much.
Y'all were heroes.
Like you on there with a bunch of New Yorkers. So it's all exclusive cats, but everybody from New York. We was like the Jersey cats. So we got a lot of love because of that. People was like behind us, want to see us win.
That's something I want to ask you. Like dealing in an era of rap you came up in, right? How hard was it to keep going and pushing your music, knowing that they would always go to New York and then skip over Jersey and go to Philly and look for rappers? And they still kind of do that, but like, how hard was it to keep pushing and getting yourself to the forefront?
For us, it wasn't hard because we had Clue. So we had Clue in our favor. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a Clue tape, that's going everywhere.
It's
You know what I'm
going
saying?
everywhere.
So, and then Clue was just a genius. He had the mailing system, the mail out. So when they mailing out the Clue tapes to the mom and pop shops, all these mom and pop shops that have accounts with him, he's throwing in the 18 mixtape in there with it. So if he throwing up 50 or 100 joints in there, box delivery that they done prepaid for, he's throwing in 20, 18, 30.
Oh, my
You feel me? So it's spread, the music is spreading
Yeah,
different.
that's an old
all
trap.
across
I like
the
that.
United States. So they listening to Clue, they see us on the Clue tape, then they got the actual 18 CD on top of that. So, you know, the rest is history, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, by the way, YouTube came out in 2005.
Yeah, I was like, you two came out before then. I was about to say that because I remember sitting in Troy's living room and we found the shit.
I remember
Yeah.
when Orlando first took me to his crib, he was like, yo, look at the numbers, look at the comments. It was like how an Instagram type of thing is. You'll just see your name, the title of the song, and you see how many hits. And like it just took off from there. So yeah, we definitely lived through that evolution.
Yeah.
Imagine
the
that
way your
sitcom.
music is spread.
Imagine that reality when YouTube first came out. You know how fucking awesome that shit would have been now?
Yeah.
Woo.
Y'all would definitely
That
hit.
would have been.
Yeah.
There's some lost footage out there though. Some people got it, but
Yeah,
hopefully
you-
you can see it in the future.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Some
if you
footage
go
with
digging,
Stack
you'll
Bundles.
find
You can
it.
find some old stuff, some old footage on YouTube too, like just some old sessions. Me, Stack Bundles, Rain. You know, I read across them a few times.
Yeah, that's dope.
Dope moments.
That's
What
dope.
type
Yeah.
of free game would you give to young rappers coming up in the game? Like, if you could be big brother to them right now, what would you say to them? What game would you give to them?
I would just say do what you feel, Like I wouldn't be the one to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You know yourself. So everybody's different. The way I do it, I just try to do my music with a passion. I always say it like you mean it. There's a lot of people that rap and it's just like you rapping off of paper because you're not saying it with emotion. I feel like that's key. Like and sometimes you gotta go through something before you can be that person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's another thing too. When you go through certain things, when you get in the booth and you able to let it out, people can tell the difference. You can feel the difference. Opposed to people who just jump in the booth and then they just rapping something they just wrote or came up with. So I feel like that's an important key, something that people who don't do it, try to tap into it. And you in a whole different ball game once you do that, once you tap into that side of yourself. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like fearless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear exactly what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying.
I want to ask you, it's a random ass question, but I know you was into the whole boxing thing.
Yeah, I want to talk about that too, because you went through a nice little phase with that.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on with Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, how you feel about that?
Because you know your shit.
Yeah, things are evolving. I don't know. It's business at the end of the day. Everybody's trying to make some money. There's no sports right now.
Well, do you think it's
mad people gonna watch
that ain't the real question you want to ask you. He want to know who you think gonna win.
Roy or Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I told him on my own mouth.
I gotta go Mike.
No, here's what I told my own mouth. I said, if the fight, hypothetically speaking, I said if the fight goes to decision, Tyson might have lost.
What do you mean if it goes to decision?
It's not going to decision, I know that. I know that. But it's an exhibition. I ain't really going to go 100%.
Somebody might be going down. Absolutely.
No, it's
like
like
Tyson.
You think they're going to go 100%? It's an exhibition match.
I've been seeing that they saying that they told the referees that they can't let them go for the kill. Like
they can't, right? Yeah, it's an exhibition match. I know they're not going to go crazy on each other.
Tyson know anything else but the kill?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all he knows. Kill.
That's all he know how to do.
Kill.
Roy got speed. Let's think about it this way. What's Roy's special power?
His speed.
What was it? Was his speed? But
that left hook.
You lose.
No, I ain't gonna lie. His left hook was mean too.
Now, what's Tyson's special power? He's a
That's the last thing to go. That's the last thing to go.
The older you get, you kind of get more powerful. You know what I'm saying? You get kind of stronger. Like you got that old man strength for a reason.
So question, is it any videos out of Roy, training this?
Yeah.
His is not as intense as Tyson. He's gone through the motions. He's still working the rest off.
For as old as he is, it looks good for as old as he is.
He's younger than Tyson though, right?
But it doesn't look like
Tyson was looking faster.
It doesn't look
Yeah.
good.
No, but I
Tyson be able to absorb that type of power.
No, he can't. Not that body shot. Not that body
in
shot.
his prime.
That's not true. That's not true.
Can I respond to
That's
them
not
real
true.
quick? They said now he said his flow was too smooth.
Capo just walked in the building.
You can't say was.
Buddha just walked in the building.
You feel me? He said his flow was so smooth. It's not was. It's still flowing. We gonna play some joints. We got some shit for you.
Yeah, no
so
doubt.
stay tuned in.
Alright, so can we get into? I want to know what's your
He said was. He said was.
Yeah. It's all good. I mean, with the more records that's put out, people will be able to see, because I evolve. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the same Hitch that I was 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm much more mature. I got a different type of message. The music that's from back in the day, I love it. I listen to it. I'm not that person no more. So I feel like you're always gonna evolve, but the flow is always gonna be smooth and buttery, my G. You know what I'm saying? Versatile, nigga.
Talk to him.
Shit buttery.
Talk to him.
You know what I'm talking about? Slick talk. Shit greasy.
JG said all the new tracks they heard so far was been fire.
Good looking. That's what we trying to do. Mix it up a little bit. Give you some songs. Give you some perspective on the Severance. That's what that record was about. And then we gonna give you that mixtape feel with that Peter Luger. But they got some records here today that y'all gonna listen to if you haven't heard them yet. You know what I'm saying?
You want to get into that Peter Luger real quick?
I'm not gonna use those records on the next project only because I feel like I don't want to cheat people. I feel like sometimes that's cheating the fans. It's something they heard already, so you trying to put it on a project, put it out there. I'm not gonna do that. Like I did these records just to give them something to vibe to for the summer. And just to let them know that the boys still got it. All the music that I'm gonna put out on the mixtape is gonna be new music.
But let me just say this. Let me say this too. I'm gonna get into the record real quick. But I just wanted to say something, right? Because it be scary when like people I consider legends come back and start rapping and shit, and you came back on some vintage shit.
Yeah,
like Peter Luger's like some shit that like I would play in 97, 90, 2000, like
95. I'm a breath of fresh air.
like,
and,
you know what I mean?
Like, we got to give them the triple entendres,
Very
all
detailed,
that. Like,
very detailed.
yes, I'm carving my own thing, my own lane. It's perfect timing for the real spitters to come out. You know what I'm saying? Come out and play.
Calling all real spitters.
So that's real talk. It's perfect timing because people ears, they want to hear that. They're not tired of hearing the music that they tend to like, but they really listen and we have their attention right now. So for the real spitters, do that. I'm carving my own lane. I ain't here to compete with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own thing right now, and you know, people who like that music, they gonna gravitate to it. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta stay true. Like, you don't want to hear Jadakiss doing your jingling baby type of song. You want to hear bars coming from him, because sometimes when people try to step outside their element, it don't sound natural. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you do naturally. So that's what I'm doing.
We want to get into
Word.
that Peter Luger joint?
You want to get into Peter Luger?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is exclusive.
You want to introduce or you want to introduce?
Yeah, man. Let's get it popping, man.
Yeah.
This is Hitchcock, 15 Minutes of Fame Radio, baby. Peter Luger. You're welcome.
I don't know what happened, Mr. Officer. Quite frankly, my son just was never the same after his sister died. I guess he just didn't feel like his life was worth living anymore.
I stole drugs out of Tommy's warehouse.
My Tommy squeezing like Tommy Egan. If I find a reason in this homie season, blowing weed in the air, they gon' find them bleeding. Beef serve a medium rare. I ain't no kind of vegan. It's codes that we live by. Peter Luger shrimp cocktails next to the ribeye. Big guy, if you don't know, then you're not a boss. Got a flaws, this a different drip, this the garlic sauce. Drawing my weapon, you know the art of war. Pussy niggas aiming at my head, but they target all. Whole list, you a whole bitch, no pics, niggas fishbowl, I'm the goldfish. On some whole shit, thought you was like Emery, but you went and told shit. Now me and you enemies, go ahead dig a hole, bitch. Lights, camera, action, nigga, you can have a whole clip. No script, I ain't no crip, no blood, never sold drugs, you ain't no thug. I'm the one that all the hoes love. When I throw slugs, wrap your body in a throw rug. That was ignorant, now I'm here to rhyme smart. Used to be a McQueen fiend, that was fine art. But I still let the 9 spark. Raise your head like a razor edge, nigga, I'm sharp.
Holy shit. Holy shit. This nigga found Hitch. Hitch was under a rock somewhere. Like, he's popping a little bit right now in the streets. Niggas is talking about that song. You telling me the niggas mad? Alright, well relay this message, nigga.
Real rap's back, I advise you not to be trying this, admire it. Now that I'm back out of retirement, turn you into ash like a fire pit. Fire clip, shit hanging out like a fire stick. We was starving on a block on some wire shit. Now I'm carving up the rock like a hieroglyph. Hard whipping like I'm car drifting, let the tire rip. Top 5, dead or alive, I'm on a higher list. Get the picture, I'm richer, you want some prior shit. God driven, this is God given, some Messiah shit. Before when I was lost, when I was banging them hammers, I was caught up in the cross. Thought I was a boss, I ain't tryna floss. Double XL mags, all up in the sauce. Time to bring it back, let me grab the torch. Double XL mag, all up in the sauce. Drippy, get your blicky shit getting sticky. Lovely women mesmerized, wanna know who is he. Lame niggas step aside, watch me get busy. Try to make it in while I was young, but I went to Whitney. 15 school. That's a mean jewel. Before the guns, we were spoon fighting when it seemed cool. Extended clips with the infrared beam, fool. We was used to hand-me-downs, we from the same gene pool.
And that was the end of it.
Quite frankly, my son just was never the same after his sister died. I guess he just didn't feel like his life was worth living anymore.
I stole drugs out of Tommy's warehouse.
My Tommy squeezing like Tommy Egan. If I find a reason in this homie season, blowing weed in the air, they gon' find them bleeding. Beef serve 'em medium rare. I ain't no kind of vegan. It's codes that we live by. Peter Luger shrimp cocktails next to the ribeye. Big guy, if you don't know, then you're not a boss. Got a floss, this a different drip, this the garlic sauce. Drawing my weapon, you know the art of war. Pussy niggas aiming at my head, but they target all. Whole list, you a whole bitch, no pics, niggas fishbowl, I'm the goldfish. On some whole shit, thought you was like Emery, but you went and told shit. Now me and you enemies, go ahead dig a hole, bitch. Lights, camera, action, nigga, you can have a whole clip. No script, I ain't no crip, no blood, never sold drugs, you ain't no thug. I'm the one that all the hoes love. When I throw slugs, wrap your body in a throw rug. That was ignorant, now I'm here to rhyme smart. Used to be a McQueen fiend, that was fine art. But I still let the 9 spark. Raise your head like a razor edge, nigga, I'm sharp.
Holy shit. Holy shit. This nigga found Hitch. Hitch was under a rock somewhere. Like, he's popping a little bit right now in the streets. Niggas is talking about that song. You telling me the nigga's mad? Alright, well relay this message, nigga.
Real rap's back, I advise you not to be trying this, admire it. Now that I'm back out of retirement, turn you into ash like a fire pit. Fire clip, shit hanging out like a fire stick. We was starving on a block on some wire shit. Now I'm carving up the rock like a hieroglyph. Hard whipping like I'm car drifting, let the tire rip. Top 5, dead or alive, I'm on a higher list. Get the picture, I'm richer, you want some prior shit. God driven, this is God given, some Messiah shit. Before when I was lost, when I was banging them hammers, I was caught up in the cross. Thought I was a boss, I ain't tryna floss. Double XL mags, all up in the sauce. Time to bring it back, let me grab the torch. Double XL mag, all up in the sauce. Drippy, get your blicky shit getting sticky. Lovely women mesmerized, wanna know who is he. Lame niggas step aside, watch me get busy. Try to make it in while I was young, but I went to Whitney. 15 school, that's a mean jewel. Before the guns, we were spoon fighting when it seemed cool. Extended clips with the infrared beam, fool. We was used to hand-me-downs, we from the same gene pool.
And that was the end of it.
You ready? Nah, you good, you good, you good. You good, we back.
We back. That was that Hitchcock Peter Luger.
That fucking Hitchcock shit, you heard?
Yeah. He said my Tommy squeezing like I'm Tommy Egan.
I'm already. God damn.
I see that
Hey, yo,
video.
everybody in the chat, let us know how you felt about that track. You know, show some love. Shout out to Clinton LG in the motherfucking chat too.
He's bigger than Dave, so it's harder.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna get into next. We're gonna get into them versus battles. We got 2 Chainz versus Rick Ross coming up next. I'm gonna ask everybody what they think about that matchup. What they got? Huh?
I got 2 Chainz. I got 2 Chainz getting outclassed. By the way, it shouldn't even be in that fucking battle. Shit.
I don't believe that. I think 2 Chainz is gonna surprise a lot of people.
Are you gonna say
I don't think he's gonna win, but I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people. I think it's gonna be way closer than people think it is.
No, but
You sold him?
You got score? Prediction?
Like I want to go with like 13-7. Fucking.
How many records do they
20.
do?
20
records?
20 for 20.
20 records. I got 14-6 as well. And that is gonna be a strong 6 though. Like that 6 I'ma love, but Rick Ross gonna keep going too. So,
The disrespect.
I like 2 Chainz though, but Rick Ross is my man.
The disrespect. Two Chainz the new Uncle Snoop. You disrespectful.
Not like that. Not scale.
I'm not saying that good. Hell no. But he has that. He has that like aura about him. Like,
why? Cause you got dreads.
You got Snoop ain't even had dreads to now.
Why? Cause you got dreads.
I honestly don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I know Ross is gonna win though.
I think it should have been a better matchup.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that first. Like Rick Ross. Why wasn't Rick Ross and Young Jeezy?
Easy, yeah.
That's what the world is saying.
That was the battle of the trap.
For real, they spit about the
Same
type
shit.
of content. They both got it. That's it right there. That's the verse.
That's the battle of the trap.
I seen some people saying Jeezy was hesitant on saying yeah, so 2 Chainz took it.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, 2 Chainz.
I think Jeezy won't Gucci. I ain't even
No, it's all good. Jeezy and Gucci, man, is a good one too. But come on.
I don't think they'll ever do it.
Well. So right now, Jeezy just reached out on T.I. podcast and said he want to have a conversation with Jeezy. So if they have the conversation and squash it, yeah, finally after all these years. So like, you know, that makes sense for them to do the verses if they're gonna squash it and do it together. It'll probably break the internet.
Jeezy said they talked
you know?
before Gucci went to jail and it was cool, but then once he went to jail, like they lost.
Nah, I don't think the WAP doing it, bro.
I don't think he do it. He might get closer with you. I don't think he gonna do a verse.
I don't think he gonna do a verse. Not in the same room. They might have to be at each other own shit. I don't think they're gonna be in a room together. I just don't. I don't see it happening. I hope they could do it because they both trap legends. Let's be honest. Jeezy's a legend. Gucci's a legend, but they trap legends. Like look how much shit that came after them that sound like them. So with that being said, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get in a room together, yo. Like, it's never over when somebody dies.
Listen,
I don't think it gets real sticky. So, but I'm saying Jeezy lost somebody. He's willing to squash it. So maybe I don't know. It's a sticky situation. Yeah, it's a sticky situation. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it'll happen.
Somebody was personally, yeah, it's just different.
You just lift the shit up.
I don't know, but Ross, I think Ross, just like he's probably gonna get 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz got character though. We don't know what's gonna happen right now. Like this versus thing is turning into something else.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's gonna be 20 chicks behind 2 Chainz twerking while he doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make him win.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Because they doing a lot of tricky little extra.
Yo, Chainz got some records though.
He does.
Not like.
Ross got too many. Ross could probably do it off features alone. Like,
what was my stance on the versus battles from the very beginning?
It was about to set the mold.
Atlanta versus everybody.
He did say that.
But damn, it's the battle right there.
So
my boy lined. Yeah, I'm standing on it.
2 Chainz could have cooked the right person.
Yeah, but he just got the wrong one.
Hey, yo,
Ross nigga not to be fucked with. He got too many songs.
So yo, not to be switching it up, right? But I just got a text right from my man Fury, right, from JC, right?
What up, Fury? Shouts out the block.
And he said, yo, can you ask Hitch to tell the story about how y'all hopped on 50 Cent Guns for Sale? That there's a crazy ass story behind that. If you want to tell it.
Shit, I told you I wanted to ask more questions anyway.
Yeah, so that definitely popped off. The Guns for Sale basically was a record that was originally supposed to be for Banks, I believe. So 50 did the hook, so it was like a record that was kind of pre-done. The beat was there. The hook was made by 50 Cent, and it was supposed to be for Banks. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all how the record was acquired. The record. You know what I'm saying? It just popped up in the studio one day. They was like, yo, we need to throw the A-team on this. And we did it. And when we did it, everything went crazy. As soon as we sent it to the radio station, that also gave us a lot of notoriety. But it also pissed 50 Cent off because he like, yo, who is the A-team? Yeah. So it created a little rift. G-Unit was just coming out. So there was a couple of like sparring, you know, mixtape joints where if you go back to listen to it, you know, Banks and them, it was like 18 against them, yeah. So we was going like
that's
back
crazy.
and forth.
And yo, this is like when 50's powerful 52, like selling 2 million.
He's powerful 50. And that goes out of record. I remember there used to be a show called Ladies Night. I don't know if it was on Hot 97. Jazzy joystick.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
This is when it really like spilled over. It got crazy because she got the record, I guess, from Skane or one of them, and they did a battle between the version that we did and the version that they did after us. So 50 wanted to, he wanted to hurry up and do the record because our shit was already rotating.
Mhm.
So he did the record and tried to make us lose steam by putting it out. So then they did the ladies' night shit and they voted on it and we actually beat them in
That's
that
dope.
competition.
Wow.
That was crazy. So that kind
That's
of pissed
dope.
them
Yeah.
off. But it was dope. They actually have a version of that out. If y'all want to dig deep and find it, it's out there. It exists. You'll hear the 18 version and you'll hear 50 Cent G
Who was
version.
on that version with you?
Me, Ransom. Just me and Ransom was on that. Buttons wasn't on that. That was like me and Ransom's song was supposed to be like our single.
With 50 on the hook.
Yeah, with 50 on the hook.
Guns
We
for
also,
Sale, right?
yeah, Guns for Sale. We also had a Little John joint. See? We had a Little John record too. That Little Scrappy took. Like once we bodied it, they try to like upcharge it, try to charge us something crazy, like not the original price that we were supposed to get it for. And we like, yo, that shit is crazy numbers. Obviously, we wasn't handling that. But on the Desert Storm, and they were handling it, and it was just an outrageous number. And he was like, yo, we gonna throw that out. And we did it, what we gonna do. So then we ran into another situation like that too. And then Little Scrappy, they put that version out, and both was like playing simultaneously like on the radio. You'll hear 18 version, then it'll spin into a Little Scrappy version. That's crazy. So it was crazy. That's when Little John was like hot. Like, he was
Yo, real quick too, like my bad if y'all taking over, but
Nah, actually,
yo, like y'all ain't never catch no flack back because y'all used to body other people beats and like make us not want to listen to their shit.
That's what I'm telling you. Never,
Like-
never caught no flack. Like if anything, like it just we got the respect. You feel me? By consistently doing it, we got the respect that where now we were working with those same artists. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's inspired by something. It could be by the beat, it could be by the song that they're doing, and then you just making it your own at that point. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just at that particular time. It wasn't mainly about doing original music. Obviously, we had the skill to make our own music. But at that time, it's like whatever's hot right now, we got to jump on it because 50 Cent did that. You know, How to Rob. He was on a bunch of people's industry beats, basically. People were putting mixtapes out, jumping on whatever beat was popping, and making it their own, and that seemed to be working for everybody at that time. So that was kind of like what we started to do. Like we just jumping on whatever beats are hot right now, we gonna put it out. You know, so we also was making our own records in between time, and we just put all of that shit together and made mixtapes with all the music we had.
You got a question, right?
My question was, how did it feel to like know that 50 Cent is going back and forth with you? Like at 50's peak, like we said, 50 was the man at this point in time, and he's actually making songs to go back and forth with y'all. Like,
cause you killed this shit.
No matter if no one else knew,
But
you know that
he
it's
had,
for you.
At that time, he had bigger fish to fry. Like I don't remember a time where he ever kind of really mentioned us. I remember Banks saying something one time like, "Oh, the A team, or that's the B team," and I was like, "What?" Like he said this shit on the radio, so I was kind of like a shot. But you know, we were all new coming up in the game at that point. Nobody knew who he was. He just know it was supposed to be his record. He don't know how we got it, and it's out there. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, 50 Cent going through whatever he going through with Ja Rule and the deeper stuff that was going on. So like he ain't, 50 wasn't worried about us. Huh? Come on, guys sold hundreds of millions of records. Not worried about no 18. You know what I'm saying?
I know that pissed his soul off though. That pissed his soul off though.
Yeah. Bag his mind, so he like.
Yeah, how they get that record?
How
I'm
the
probably
fuck
still
they
trying to
get
figure
their
it out. How they get their record? I know how we got the record.
I know you touched on it a little bit more when he asked you about what game you would give to upcoming artists. I wanted to ask you, not what game you would give to them, but like, what's some? It's kind of like game, but like, what's some suggestions you tell them to shy away from? What's something they should stay away from rather, when doing this music industry? Because you've been to the places where a lot of people probably won't ever make it. Or
I know, but I mind my business because the way it's evolved now, you see people like this kid Tekashi, right? Like I would tell somebody to stray away from that type of activity, but he does it and then winds up still being successful doing it. Like they're not playing by the same rules that they're not moving. They're not doing the same. They're not. They don't have the same morals that we had back then. You know what I'm saying? You have to stand for something. You know what I'm saying? Really be strong in that, your beliefs in. But right now with social media and you see somebody run and jump on a table. I could jump on this table right now and the shit'll light up. We'll get 1 million views. Or you saw a hitch fall, or you saw a body slam the table. Like the most idiotic shit possible is what people get rewarded for. People want to follow you now to see more of it, and you see it as a trend. So you can't tell them not to do that if you see cats that's doing it and it's working. Like I can be dancing in his flip flops and that's it. The whole 2 minutes he just showing his feet and flapping. And it's like, I don't find it talented, entertaining at all. But it obviously has, it has people who are interested in that and they like it. And these people eventually become. So I wouldn't be able to say. I just have to stick to my guns.
Tell them follow your own lane, yeah.
Follow your own lane, do what you do. I cringe at a lot of it. Hey, whatever works for you.
He said I cringe at a lot of it.
I'm like, really? Yeah, they like that?
I want
crazy. Shit, crazy. And I'm guilty too, because then I'm watching it like, yo, you saw that? Yo, Teddy.
I'm about to say
yo, it's working.
It be one of them videos, everybody, yo, you saw this?
Yo, I actually think like now is the perfect time for people like you. Even like Rand coming back doing this thing, like this, like with Griselda doing a thing, like the lyrics is coming back.
Yeah.
Did you change anything up because of the internet era? Like now we got cameras, we got Instagram, we got.
To do a lot more videos.
Yo, you can hit a button and work. Yo, we live right now.
I know.
Like what the fuck? Like it's different,
Yeah, I still have to learn the little kinks of this whole technology thing. Like I said, Teddy, my wife, she handles all of that. She's good at that. She does marketing and she's amazing. So, but I'm like an old man with it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it ain't Instagram, even with that, I'm just like, yo, how do you repost? How do you do that? Like I be giving her my phone, she gets annoyed with me. But for the kids who do, are in tune with this technology, they be killing it. They should be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, I'm not that great at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm still learning as I go along. But I know the proof is in the pudding. Whenever you put out strong music, like that's what I rely on really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really relying on clickbait. I'm not relying on, damn, I gotta oversaturate and flood everybody to be noticed. Like I'm really not trying to do that. And I know the camera thing, she be like, oh, you shy, people wanna see you. It's like, yo, it's really like, I'm not doing it for that reason. I want to be heard more. You know what I'm saying? I want that
good music get heard over anything.
And I want that hardcore audience. You know what I mean? I want to create that type of following. Like, yo, we fuck with Hitch.
Well, yo, I think MVP did Peter Luger, right?
Yeah, he's dope.
Yo, like he got such an old soul, and he's so respectful to guys like you. Like, yo, like for you to go and get somebody from the hood and it still be the same Hitch, that's big for me though. Like that mean,
Yeah, because I'm just an honest dude, regular. We all go through the struggles. Like I hate those type of guys. They feel like they did a little something and then you put people under you. Like our job is really to uplift each other, not to even sound corny. You know what I'm saying? But
it don't sound.
That's
corny,
how I acquired all my peoples and my friends
corny.
throughout the years. Is because they've known me for 20 years, 25 years. I've always been this way. You know what I'm saying? Like the thuggest of the thugs. Like they my dudes. You feel me? Like they understand me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same way with them. Like how I would be with somebody who somebody might consider corny. Because everybody needed a chance. I feel like when I was anonymous lyricist, I was corny. I had a background, right? But people take a liking to you when you just honest, like in your music and with what you do, being sturdy. You feel me? Right. Being 10 toes down. So that's what bugs me out about the new generation, like the things that they do. People do things just for, they call it clout. But it's just crazy to me. But hey, it is what it is.
I had a random question. If somebody grabbed your phone right now and looked at your playlist from the last
they're gonna see a broken phone because I dropped the phone all the time.
But if they was able to see your playlist, what artists would they see?
Playlist. I'm gonna be honest with you. I play weird stuff like the Charmels. Like y'all know what that is.
Never heard it.
The Charmels.
And I'm I listen to all genres of music. I've never heard
that's
that.
like the Wu-Tang.
Oh, okay.
You know that joint. So basically, I be listening to a lot of the original shit that people don't necessarily know that is the real song. You know what I'm saying? Like that song has been done like 3 times over. So like that's what I'm used to listening to because I like the beats of it. So when I listen to those originals, I'm already in my mind formulating, trying to write. I like that type of music. That's the type of music I listen to, like real throwback, the original joints that could be like sampled and redone. I'm a big fan of that.
2-part question, right? When you're going to your process of not I don't want to say album or EP move, when you're going in the process of making music, first part of the question, I know that a lot of your music you can feel everything you're saying because you believe it when you say it. That's thing one, right? Thing two, so when you're going through the process of that, right? I know you draw from real life experiences, but what do you do when you're not talking about that type of stuff and you put a track out? when it's more not real life experience, it's just you playing around or
like
partying, brag and some shit like that. I want to walk me through that process because I know where the other songs come from because it's experience.
Those type of records is hard for me to do because it's like now I'm trying to rhyme, so I try to refrain from that. Because if I'm going there now, I'm forcing something that's not my lane. I'm trying to go. I am versatile, you know, but that feeling got to come over you to be able to create honestly and like organically. That's a real thing. And it's just easier to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's coming out, it's flowing better. You're not forcing it.
Yeah.
All right, I got to do this type of song or this type of beat. I'm always writing. A lot of times I write without a beat too. So a lot of my music I'll write without a beat. And I'll just have it in my mental Rolodex. Like people say Jay-Z don't write. You know what I'm saying? He don't write. He uses, he writes in his mind.
Yeah.
But I think the memorization is really what it is. So he is writing,
Yeah, he
but
is.
he's just not physically writing it down.
Yeah.
He's writing it and he's memorizing it in his mind. So I do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll write it on a paper though, while I'll jot some bars down in my phone, but I'm just memorizing it. I might go throughout my day. I might be finishing it up as in my mind. I might go through something that fits that. So I just try to have different rhymes that just fits different subjects. And then once I'm getting to the studio and it's time to create,
Have something.
yeah, well, it's something that's gonna fit something if you're talking about real life, right?
Yeah.
So a subject gonna come up if I'm going to do a feature and what they're rapping about. If I'm working with a real, dope artist, like I'm gonna have something for that because I just try to rap about different type of situations. So I'm always gonna have something for that. So that's kind of my lane and what I do. I try not to step outside of my boundaries and force it, get too crazy with it.
Oh, another question. I feel like I asked this last time to a different guest, but do you feel like it's your job to give back to the younger rappers coming up? Like you're obligated to give them game and help them out
Well,
if they reach out to you?
Only if they're accepting of it.
Yeah.
Right now, like kids, like the younger generation, they be wilding out for their respect. You know what I'm saying? Like we all you see where we raised from. We from Jersey City. There's a lot of poverty. There's a lot of hardship. So I see that as anger. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the young cats out here, they angry. They don't want to be in the situation that they in. They do what they do and they think that, I might be going to the store and they might think I frown upon it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't out there with them.
Yeah.
So they don't know. They always feel they on constant
Defense.
Yeah. So it ain't always an embracing type of
Environment
until you be the person to break the ice and be like, yo, come outside. I used to, I used to live on Ruckus, whatever. I used to watch the football and position TV. So we out in the cold, you know what I'm saying? And the cats from the block would be walking by, they football fans, football fanatics, like, yeah, we watching, like, yeah, we outside with it, you know what I'm saying? They outside. Some of them, you don't know their circumstances. They don't have nowhere to go. Like, I feel like those moments of me giving back, you're like, oh, you outside smoking, drinking. I stopped smoking too, by the way. I used to smoke cigarettes and I'm just outside kicking it and actually getting to know them. That's the way you break the ice. They don't want to be preached to. These niggas don't want to be preached to. They want to see the normal side of you. You know what I'm saying? They
want you to relate.
They want you to relate and they start to respect. So it's kind of hard to, just try to give back to a person that's not really ready to accept it. I feel like you got to just break that ice, and then when they're ready, they'll come around. If that answered it.
That's right.
Yeah, no.
Know something.
Yeah, definitely. No, I get it. I get it. I get it 100%. And I also wanted to touch on, never mind.
Go for it, man.
While you formally, I can ask one?
Yeah.
So we asked this question
before. I want to word it just right as well.
I want, with you coming up in Jersey City, can you put together like a Mount Rushmore of rappers that you looked up to from?
I could. I would definitely put Joe Buttons up there, just with the experiences that happened and him doing the records with us, and then, everything that happened after that. So you gotta put Joe Buttons up there, you know what I'm saying? People might feel like he's a one-hit wonder, fine. We all know what he really capable of, like as far as lyrically, like the real Joe Buttons. See, that's the transition was happening then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why he just retired, I'm gonna hang it up, like he see where the game going. And it's just like he don't fit there.
Yeah, he had the foresight for it.
But all those mood musics, like there's mad.
That shit's fire.
Those are fire. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put them up there. Ain't no way that you can't put a person like that up there. Then I'll throw it back. You know what I'm saying? I'll put a person like Rigor Mortis up there. They used to bring in Black Rob and people like that around. You know what I'm saying? Rigor Mortis always showed me love as well. You know what I'm saying? He's another person that I would have to put up there. Who else would I put up there? How many on Rushmore? Four.
Four.
So I have two more. I would put Double X. I would put Sugar Ray. Why not? Like I put Sugar Ray up there just because like when I was watching Video Music Box, I used to watch his videos. Like, yo, that's Double X Posse. This is Jersey City. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Like,
I remember the Video Box.
But they got the Double X hats on. Like that's popping. So like that's inspiring when you see people that come from where you from do it like that. It make you feel like you can get a deal and you can be on TV. So you got to put people like that on there. And as far as the last person, I would have to say myself.
Wait. Your question was like kind of like a watered down version. My question, I was gonna say,
Put that garlic
it's
sauce
a lot
in.
of like people don't realize how many good rappers there are in Jersey. Man, I mean, it's a whole bunch. Everyone isn't good. I'm not gonna lie about this shit. I'll tell you if you're good or not. But there's a lot, and I feel as though you came from an era where a lot of the real spitters was coming too.
Like a
So
golden era
my
type
question was more hard hitting, like. Where do you place yourself among those hard spitters? My Mount Rushmore of Jersey City, New Jersey, whatever you want to call it, it was Ransom, Hitchcock, Button, and I always couldn't find the fourth.
Maybe Panic.
I wanted, but I was more of a Monroe fan. You feel me? So like I couldn't really find the fourth.
Low Cash?
So I'm another.
Low Cash.
Yeah, that could be
Low
dope
Cash
too.
was
Yeah, that
dope
could be
too.
dope. Or it could be somebody from Broken Animals. You feel me? So it's like. I couldn't find the fourth one. I never could. So where do you place yourself in the era of spitters from Jersey? Like it's a lot of them, and I know a lot of.
All I can say is this: they all know who I am.
I like that.
So that's
no, I want to hear the pop shit.
That's straightforward. White pitch underneath the rug, like not all of them know who I am. You can ask any one of them. That's the proof in the pudding right there. The work ethic.
Yo,
like,
so
being heard, like you all know me.
Is it so? Like I heard. Now I don't know if this is true. This is just Jersey rumors, but I heard like. You was the one that they was coming after, like cluing them, like you was like the first one that caught motherfuckers' attention. You know what I mean?
Maybe I can't confirm that and say I know that with Presidential Beats, it was about I started the solo project with Orlando, so it was about they were really like trying to push me
Hollywood.
So they were already
Hollywood
pushing me in the labels and stuff like that because we worked on that solo mixtape. So that's before the 18 thing came out.
Yeah.
And the 18 shit just kind of steamrolled over my solo project because you got Buttons, Ran, and Hitch on it. So it kind of took away from that mixtape. But if that didn't happen, I probably would have been in a whole different position if that mixtape would have got all the attention and not shared with the A-Team shit with the Cutmaster C and stuff like that. So I won't say they just came for me, but in the beginning it definitely was the Presidential Beats thing was surrounding me and my project, and then we were just adding on the pieces. We were still learning it, but we were all young. So
that's a dope question.
I have a question. You said a lot of artists has been on, like they did features for you. Which one was you most surprised? Which artist was you most surprised that did a feature? That was like, yo, I gotta get on Hitch.
That's dope ass question.
And you was like, yo, he really want to get on mine? Like,
yeah, that was crazy.
That's a good question.
It might have either been probably the Joel Santana one or. Because I was a big Cameron fan coming up.
Yeah.
So I would probably say the Santana one, Live Your Life. When we went to Santana's studio, and his studio was actually NT-Neck. My brother is mad cool with his brother, Santana Joel's, he got a twin brother. But yeah, he got a twin.
I never knew he had a twin.
Yeah, Joel's got a twin brother. But we went to the studio to do the record, and I was like, man, I came to like a certain, because Uncasa there, all of them was there. So Uncasa's days rolling around, they gonna put us on a video game. Like they had one of the basketball video games that was coming out, and it's just like, damn, these are the cats that I listen to. And this is like Cam's dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this nigga, he's really about to jump on our record. Like we did the record already, just we featured on it. He liked it and jumped on it. So I'm in there with Ran, and they all there, and I kind of like had a. Not a starstruck moment because I always keep my cool and remain cool. It's just I'm in my own mind and really like.
You can't be like that. Then you just
know, I can't be acting corny.
Yeah.
Like,
Act like you want me
life,
for.
like,
You had to act like you want me for.
You
Act like
amongst
you
the
there.
people that you supposed to be amongst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We supposed to be here.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
I came
like
to that
that.
moment where like, damn, Concerts running in, like all these the Skull Gang cats running in, they was creating something already as we was coming in there. So they making some their own mixtape. He's like, yo, like, we're really here right now. All right.
Is there any artists around that period that you wanted to work with that you didn't, that you like kind of see? Damn,
The one that you missed.
Yeah, everybody wants to have a song with Jay-Z. I ran into Jay-Z one time. I got a story for y'all when I.
Yeah, let me hear it. Let me hear it.
We here for the whole story.
We
here for the whole story.
I thought I was gonna be that dude. So when they put the first project out, it was called Hitchcock Presents. This is before the whole A-Team shit kind of steamrolled over that. So we used to go to the label. We were pushing that mixtape, and that was just all me. Had the 2 Ransom features on there. I had Buttons on there. Jay-Z was Def Jam. We were in the city one day coming from Def Jam, and Orlando, back to Orlando. Orlando knew Jay-Z's driver, which was like this old black guy. You know what I'm saying? Some old black guy with the baldy, with the gray hair, whatever. And he was like, yo, I think that's Jay-Z's driver. And they were in like an Escalade or something like that. So we pulled over. It was by 9th Street basketball courts. And everybody's watching the games. It's summertime. They watching the games. The games is going on. And we bust a U-turn, came back around. And Orlando was like, look, that's Jay-Z right there. And we looking, and Jay-Z is on the fence like this behind everybody. Nobody knows he's there. So he's just on the fence watching the game like this. Everybody's so like engaged to the game, nobody know he's there. Orlando noticed that we were headed back to the Highland Tunnel, and he's like, that looked like Jay-Z driver, bust a U-turn. The car's just parked there, Jay outside the gate. So he like, yo, get the mixtapes. He grabbed the mixtapes, we got out the car, and we approached Jay and shit. That was the first time I met Jay-Z. And I was like, he was like, yo, this is Hitch or whatever. Jay just looked at me. He didn't even say a word. He grabbed me on my shoulder. He was like, just looking me up and down. Orlando gave him the mixtape. He took the mixtape. At this point, we kind of blew his spot up. Because this interaction is happening, now people turn around from the basketball game. The basketball game stops. It's me, Jay-Z, Orlando. We talking. We messed it all up for him. He was trying to be inconspicuous and enjoy the game.
Incognito.
And now everybody start coming out, so now he got to kind of dip off. So he's like, all right, I got you. I'm going to listen to this or whatever. He gets in his car, and I just always try to think, like, damn, I wish I was in that car, like, when he put my CD in to listen to it. I felt like, yo, he going to feel something on there. He going to reach back out. He never did, though.
You probably was like, man, this nigga got some shit.
Like a week after that is when he went to the radio station, I believe, and it was when he did the whole freestyle with Freeway and all of them. It was like the corporate takeover.
Yeah, I was talking about.
One of those takeovers when he was up there with Beanie, and Freeway actually recently posted something on his Instagram, probably like 2 days ago even. And they have like live footage from when that was actually happening. And Jay was like, I got whatever. And they was on the beats and all that spit. And I was like, damn.
So your tape inspired the whole thing. We're not gonna.
I was feeling that way. I was like, yo, he probably heard that because one of the freestyles that Freeway did, I actually did it like in that kind of, you know.
The same context.
In that same context. I was like, damn, did they hear that? They probably heard my version, but that's just the young Hitch thinking that. You know what I'm saying?
I probably did.
Nah, you had a reason to
we
think
all
that.
read deep into it.
Yeah, especially when it's ourselves. We gotta read deeper into it. We're supposed to.
Jay-Z looking at this shit, you know you did, dog.
You remember when we blew your spot up on 9th Street? Messed it all up. He was just enjoying the game.
I wanted to ask him more, like, because as a musician, you know, it's always sparring, right? So, have you ever been in a session with somebody, right? Your verse done, you hear they shit, you like, I gotta tweak it. Do you go back and rewrite, or you just leave it at what it is?
I always leave it. I never understood why people do that. Like, you get one chance to execute it, and that's it. When you go back, that's corny to me. It's like, I understand some artists do it. Some people just want perfection, and they redo it. I mean, if you're doing it for somebody's album, cool. You know what I'm saying? But if we in the studio and we working right now, we doing this together, that's just strange. Like, all right, you went. Sometimes cats don't even. Sometimes cats don't even want to go first. It's just like, really, I'm done with my shit. I'm about to go in. Like I said, say what you mean and mean what you say, and get it out and come strong with it, because you're not gonna get a second time. Yeah. So that's how I kind of treat my music. I don't know, I might die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't. But it's like, I know this might be the last time I get a chance to say this, and I gotta say it strong because I need to make the tape.
Yeah.
But I get that all from the Clue days where it's like, damn, I gotta make the cut. So it's a competition. I can't let them outdo me. I gotta come hard. So
I got a question.
Yeah, ask your question. Ask your question. We're gonna play another one of your records.
Got it.
You said how y'all used to be at the studio, and then like Fab would pull up, the Clue would pull up, and then y'all just create, right? What was one of your favorite sessions?
You wasn't even here for that. You was watching.
I always watch.
You was watching.
What was one of your favorite sessions? Like, which one you could remember off the top of your head? That's the
most memorable one.
The most memorable one probably was the. I don't know. Like I said, I thought I said it was the Jewels one. The first time when I went to the studio, and it was like, all right, I'm in his Skull Gang studio, and all the Dipset cats was coming in there. I'm like, damn, you know, I was a big Cam fan. And I was familiar with all of them, and they're just meeting me. And it's just me and Rand. We the two Jersey boys, and we was chilling. It was a good time. Obviously, but nobody says, yo, I know who you was. I guess not back then. So it's not like they coming in and acknowledge you. Like, they know why we there. They not asking no questions, so they all know. Like, even the first time when we went to do a session with Fab, it was one of his sessions in the city. I'm gonna share this story.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Give us cause it's a legend we getting all this stuff from, and he's telling us so much shit right now. So I'm trying to soak it all in.
Just like the story.
It got to do with other artists and stuff too.
Yeah.
Teddy say sometimes I divert from myself.
Nah, I like it.
Like I experienced a lot of things. So basically, I think one of the first sessions with Fab was weird. We went there. That's kind of like the first time we met Paul Kane, and we met the Street Family, which is a bunch of them, Tyke, a bunch of them. You know what I mean?
Man, you naming people these people don't know.
Yeah,
that's how you know it's real. No, I'm saying no, but that's how you know. No, I know Paul Kane, but that's how you know it's real.
But anyway, we went to the city, and they were on the balcony playing games. We didn't know they had like a freaking like a $20 bill, like on a string, like an invisible string shit. You know what I mean? And they're from like the fire escape type shit. So we walk in to go there. It's me, Rand, Orlando. Walking, and you see the thing there, and it's just moving though. Rand goes to reach for it, the shit moves. He gets mad, frustrated like a gorilla. He's trying to get it, then he finally see what's happening. He took that shit and snapped it. He was like, psh. And they got all flustered up there because he like popped this string. He took it aggressively. Like, they got him on some, you know what I mean, on some World Star. He popped that shit, he was angry. And we ain't even make it in the studio yet. This is our first time going to a first session with them. We go upstairs in the elevator. We come out there. We see them all huffing and puffing. I guess the guys that was on the balcony. So they said whatever they said. So it was a little like tension when we first got there. It was like, these niggas did. But then it all simmered down. But that was a hilarious like moment.
That's funny as hell.
When we first went to meet them and shit. But Fab and everybody is cool. Paul Kane, what up, Paul Kane? We hung out with them in Miami. You know, that was really dope. That's when I really got to know, you know, like Paul Kane and stuff and how he helped me. I actually got locked up in Miami, driving in a scooter. So we went to Miami for Fab's birthday, and that was a crazy situation. So Fab was staying at the Key Biscayne. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's like a glass mansion where they shot Any Given Sunday, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx.
Okay,
So he had rented that crib for like the week or whatever. It was his birthday. That was crazy. And so we had went out there. We all flew out there. This was my first time really getting to know them, getting acquainted with them outside the studio type of thing. And Fab and Skane, they all rented us all rented us scooters and shit. It was like 50 scooters out there. But I ain't have a license at the time. So I'm like cutting traffic. I'm just young and wild, you know what I'm saying? And I got arrested on a scooter, like cutting traffic. Like this probably was like the first night I was there type of thing. You know, it was crazy. I was just too wild, enjoying myself. And so I went into Dade County. Nigga was mad gold teeth niggas in there. I think the playoffs was on, some basketball shit. We watching basketball in there, but they was just showing me love because like the inmates, it was like, yo, Fabulous just came. They looking for my real name is Salim. They like, yo, they looking for Salim. Like, and I was like,
well, they came and got you.
Exactly.
That's real.
Like
that's real.
Like
that's love.
I was there. I don't even know what's happening. And after that, it was just all love. Niggas is giving me their mattress. Like, yo, they coming with folded mattresses up. Like, no, we gotta make sure he good. I'm by the TV. They giving me pears and shit. I remember my man gave me a pear. I was like, all right, thank you, thanks. But there's a bunch of Dade County gold teeth, like intimidating. But they showed so much love. Like when they knew I was like from out of town, and when Fab came.
That's what's
and I guess it just went through the whole Dade County, so that was cool. So they came and got me, and I stood a night over there with them. So that was cool. That showed a lot, like a lot of,
Yeah, a lot
you know what
of
I'm saying?
that's
Like
real.
a lot of love that's real. I got mad respect for Fab because of that. Skane, all of them.
That's dope as hell. I know you had a question though.
I forgot what it was.
Because you be lost into it, yeah. Nah, I be getting soaked into it too, so I be trying to pay attention a lot.
Yo, so we got some records too.
Oh yeah, we got some records.
We got that Bettina, we got that Piff James Hitch record. Which one to get into?
Bettina.
Alright, so let's get into this. This gets on the album or?
No, I'm not gonna put.
So these are just
He
throwaways.
said all these for everybody to rock what he said.
That's
exactly what he
different.
said.
That's different.
Nah, tell me you playing with him. Tell me you playing with him.
Is that garlic sauce?
He said this is light.
Alright.
This is light.
So yo, new Hitchcock, let's get it, alright?
Understood, Schultz. Bettina Sugar,
Yes.
Django isn't a slave. Django is a free man, you understand? You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it? You got it?
The warrior drum beating. You should be afraid when the prodigal son speaking. You got him for 1 week and the side of my gun leaking. Cause I'm still shaking the hate, scraping the plate. I ain't been done eating by a long shot. Get your mom popped by the long stop. Hairpin trigger push back like LeBron got. I was raised on a hard block, serving Cleveland Brown. My life's the real hard knock. God, stop with your bragging and boasting. All the drugs that you sold, yeah, we had it on Ocean. So you can see the bag that I'm toting, there's no fanny pack. Nigga, lift up your skirt, can see where your panties at. Let the bass pump, never caught a case once. Stepping on the dope, got the coke, we on lace blunts. Get out my face, chump, aim it at your face, dump. Bitches on a nigga like Ye, the way he embraced Trump. No food on the plate, that's what we shave it in. How we making America great again? Play to win, raise hell every time I raise the pen. When you raising as hell, we raised up in. You think it's gonna change and you may hope. Say nope, I'm a bit childish but I stay woke. I ain't trying to preach, trying to play pope, play broke. Better pray low, I don't spray folk. Used to wait coat, listening to Dej Loaf. You don't wanna try me when the Tommy's in my beige coat. Can't believe it's not butter the way I spray toast. More like Thor, cause me and my hammer stay close. But this ain't no comic book, you kinda shook when you see the time it took for this iconic look. Niggas scared, thought that I disappeared. Pay dues, I'm in the clear. These niggas is in the rears like child support. Shit, your baby mama fouling court. Smoke a nigga, ask him how he want it, nigga Malaport. No, I keep it 100, these niggas found it short. All the critics are bigots, they never watched how I fought. Like Mayweather, cause I play clever. I don't say cheese when they say cheddar. Reason why they pay better.
Jones.
Understood, Schultz. Bettina Sugar,
Yes.
Django isn't a slave. Django is a free man, you understand? You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, cause he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it? You got it?
The warrior drum beating. You should be afraid when the prodigal son speaking. You got him for 1 week and the side of my gun leaking. Cause I'm still shaking the hate, scraping the plate. I ain't been done eating by a long shot. Get your mom popped by the long stop. Hairpin trigger push back like LeBron got. I was raised on a hard block, serving Cleveland Brown. My life's the real hard knock. God, stop with your bragging and boasting. All the drugs that you sold, yeah, we had it on Ocean. So you can see the bag that I'm toting, there's no fanny pack. Nigga, lift up your skirt, can see where your panties at. Let the bass pump, never caught a case once. Stepping on the dope, got the coke, we on lace blunts. Get out my face, chump, aim it at your face, dump. Bitches on a nigga like yay, the way he embraced Trump. No food on the plate, that's what we shave it in. How we making America great again? Play to win, raise hell every time I raise the pen. When you raising as hell, we raised up in. You think it's gonna change and you may hope. Say nope, I'm a bit childish but I stay woke. I ain't trying to preach, trying to play pope, play broke. Better pray low, I don't spray folk. Used to wait coke, listening to Dej Loaf. You don't wanna try me when the Tommy's in my beige coat. Can't believe it's not butter the way I spray toast. More like Thor, cause me and my hammer stay close. But this ain't no comic book, you kinda shook when you see the time it took for this iconic look. Niggas scared, thought that I disappeared. Pay dues, I'm in the clear. These niggas is in the rears like child support. Shit, your baby mama fouling court. Smoke a nigga, ask him how he want it, nigga Malaport. No, I keep it 100, these niggas found it short. All the critics are bigots, they never watched how I fought. Like Mayweather, cause I play clever. I don't say cheese when they say cheddar. Reason why they pay better.
Jones.
I don't know what happened, Mr. Officer. Quite frankly, my son just was never the same after his sister died. I guess he just didn't feel like his life was worth living anymore.
I stole drugs out of Tommy's warehouse.
My Tommy squeezing like Tommy Egan. If I find a reason in this homie season, blowing weed in the air, they gon' find them bleeding. Beef serve a medium rare. I ain't no kind of vegan. It's codes that we live by. Peter Luger shrimp cocktails next to the ribeye. Big guy, if you don't know, then you're not a boss. Got a flaws, this a different drip. This the garlic sauce. Drawing my weapon, you know the art of war. Pussy niggas aiming at my head, but they target all. Whole list, you a whole bitch, no pics, niggas fishbowl, I'm the goldfish. On some whole shit, thought you was like Emery, but you went and told shit. Now me and you enemies, go ahead dig a hole, bitch. Lights, camera, action, nigga, you can have a whole clip. No script, I ain't no crip, no blood, never sold drugs, you ain't no thug. I'm the one that all the hoes love. When I throw slugs, wrap your body in a so rub.
Alright, we back.
And we back.
First of all, what we played that Bettina, we played that Peter Luger again.
Man, both of them shits was.
Yeah, Bettina is what got the whole wave going in the beginning, so we gotta show Bettina some love. He actually was waiting for some clearance on that, but that's finally out now on all platforms. Y'all could go get that now. For those of you that wasn't able to get it, shouts out to Hip Hop is Life. That's what really got it popping. We put that the audio out, we put it out on SoundCloud, and once we dropped it on the SoundCloud, it went crazy. And then the very next day, a friend of mine was looking for it on all platforms. He was like, yo, you went viral. It's on YouTube. I was like, what? We go on YouTube, and we see Hip Hop is Life. They created a lyrics video. And then the wave got even crazier after that, because people are actually able to see the words as you're saying it on the beat, and they just respect your pen game much more than just hearing it sometimes. Shit that they might miss by the ear, their eyes are not missing it. And then with the visuals with it. So having visuals is very important. That's why I can't wait till I do this Peter Luger video, so y'all can get the visual for that, how I'm gonna twist that. It's gonna be great.
Visuals is important.
So for the producers out there, if they want to send you beats, how do they go about that?
Everything is going through True Money Gang ENT at gmail.com, TrueMoneyEnt at gmail.com. We go through all the beats. I'll have a session actually after this, once I leave here, and we're gonna go through the next layer of beats. There's so many beats. Thank you to all of y'all cats that have been sending beats too. I really appreciate it. I see everybody who's sending beats. Keep sending them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we gonna do. Whatever that resonates with me, I'm gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not picking one producer over the other. We're doing what comes organically and naturally. So keep sending the beats. Thank you. Keep them coming.
And you said True Money ENT at gmail.com, right?
True Money Gang.
True Money Gang. Sorry, you putting it in the chat now.
Did I spell TrueMoneyENT at gmail.com. I missed the whole gang.
You got True, the regular spell. Right?
Shout to It's the Ref. He did your graphics right there. He said, "Yo, I can't believe it's not butter. I sprayed toast." Yo, shout to my bro Rock Grizz in the chat, man. He said, "Shout to my bro Hitchcock. Roots run deep." Yeah.
He absolutely was one of the inspirations as well. He was actually a member of the Medicine Cabinet.
We ain't know that. We know Rock. We ain't know that. We know Rock.
Used to be Rod Grizzly. It used to be EMS. Goes by E Kim. It was Most Skinio and then my cousin Sub G. They was 4 members. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my family. Shout out to them. They're the ones who first got it rocking.
Hey, yo, shout out to Niz too. Niz was throwing you a shout out.
Shout out Niz.
What's up, Niz Santine? That's my brother right there. That's my brother-in-law, but my brother for real.
No,
that's my man. Shout out to Niz Santine. Go check his stuff out too.
Word. Now, yo, the new project. Yo, can we expect more of this type of hip hop or like?
You think I'm gonna play with him?
Alright.
Like I can't do that, Bags. Like I'm gonna give him the real. Like I can't wait. I'm gonna make a movie out of it. Like that's what I'm doing already. It's happening already. Like I'm telling you. Like when you write stuff and you know what I'm saying. I ain't soft, but it's like when you feel the goosebumps. That's when you know what the person that you talking to gonna feel. Like when you say it and you know what you said and what you mean by it. Like that's how I be in my crib. Like I don't do everything in the studio. Sometimes I just do things in my normal walk of life, and it's just happening already. I'm like, what? Like, and I'm just looking back on it, like when I'm feeling it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like when I feel that energy, I know I'm saying what I need to say to the people. So like that's what y'all gonna feel on this album that I'm putting together, or mixtape, whatever y'all want to call it. People call it mixtapes. I'm calling it an album because that's what I'm putting into it. I'm making it like a full, beginning of the story, and
it's
we're
an
gonna close it out. Yeah, we're gonna do it, properly the way it's supposed to be done. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I can't wait for y'all to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait for y'all to hear it. It's already been happening. It's been happening.
We listening.
This vintage hits. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm excited. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, like I like this the first album, right? Like, yeah. Because I know like you did a lot of mixtapes and shit, yo.
I did mixtapes and stuff like that. I've done Hitchcock Presents was the first one. I've done H2O. I've been on like compilation albums. I've been on a lot of.
But this is like a solo album, right?
Yeah,
like
this is like all me. I can really put my all into it. But for those of you who can find Hitchcock Presents, that was like same type of energy I'm putting into this now because it was like my thing. You feel me? But like now I'm just like much more mature. I have a direction.
Yeah,
I know what I want to say. I know what I want to talk about. And I'm just carving this lane that I feel like nobody's in this lane right now. If anything, we all know that it's inspiring the real spitters to come out because people don't really do it this way because it's a hard road. That's what I mean in the second verse that I say in Peter Luger is like real rap's back. I advise you not to be trying this. Admire it. Now that I'm back because it's a hard road. It's not the easy way people are doing, right? Like, so the music that they're making right now really takes no effort. They're proud to not be writers. I don't write. Oh, I do it this way. But, right? Like, so you're not really putting your all into it and you're proud of doing it this way. How the music supposed to be quality?
How you proud of half stuff?
Because the beat is holding you up. You could just mumble through it, or you could do whatever you do through it, and then it's okay at the end of the day.
That's that microwave.
But everybody got to do what they do the way they do it and do it great. I'm not knocking that way. I'm just letting y'all know the difference between the two. Like
that's
what I'm doing.
That's why
it's something totally different. I'm not in that
Don't
lane.
step over there because you make you look bad.
Don't do that. It's hard, and it's a hard road. Not even only that, it's a hard road because it's not the way that people traditionally are doing it nowadays. So I'm actually making it a bit harder for myself by not changing,
not conforming.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not. I've evolved just in a different way.
I was gonna ask you about that.
What's the response been though, like of the record you put out?
Yo, it's all love. It's crazy. It's like it's all love. It's so dope that when you can see a whole timeline when it's all love and nobody hating. nobody ain't throwing no shade.
Honestly,
Like,
it's just refreshing.
people want to
That's
see
why.
the dude win.
It's
Like, that's
refreshing.
what's up. I'm like, yo, these people really like, look, this is all like positivity, and I'm sensitive about my music. Any artist is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're critical on it, but that's why I don't let nothing go unless I feel like it's that type of goosebump feeling that I already know what I did. I put it out there. If they don't accept it, then I couldn't do it no better than the way what I just gave to you. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's been amazing just to see all love and not one single bit of hate. Like, that's crazy. That lets you know that there's a lane there and that nobody's in that lane right now. It's like you said, it's refreshing to them, I guess.
No, but I wanted to ask you a question. Like, when you put these 3 tracks out, well, not yet, but once we heard from you, right?
Okay.
That's vintage Hitchcock. Are we going to hear the growth on the album?
Well, you hear the growth. I think what Bags mean when he says vintage Hitch is just like, you haven't heard me in a long time, and it's just like, you get that feel when you ain't hear somebody in 10, 15 years.
Yes,
and
and
it's
be like,
yo,
yeah.
that's vintage. Just like, because you felt the same way you felt when you heard me back then. Yeah. And it's like that energy is an energy feel.
Well, not only that, like, there's no auto-tune.
Nothing.
There's no, like,
All his
yo, you actually saying something.
He's not
But
jumping
in the
I don't care
records.
if it's mixed or not, it's still like
I got
It's
the
direct.
other side of the question, right?
Yeah.
So with all the love and all the positivity that you get, that you took a break, some people might say, or whatever, you were still doing music, but putting it out like that, and for it to be all love, do you have any type of regrets that you didn't put out more during your time that you did it?
Oh, we all know Hitch got a lot of records he ain't never put out.
That's what I'm
Fire joints too, all fire. We gonna revisit a lot of them too. Like I said, I always used to argue with my people and people I've done music with. Like, that was all about timing, because I work with other artists that do records and then they put them out right away, but it ain't the time for it. So everything is timing, but people want the light. So everybody is oversaturating it because they want the limelight. They do clickbait. They do stupid stuff. Everybody wants the light. They want the light, the light, the light, the light. Then once the light get on them, you wind up getting one-hit wonders. Why? Because they did what they need to do to get the attention for the moment, and you have nothing to follow up with it, right? What's your story for real? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta fall back and look in the mirror, figure out what you want, who you are. Like, that just takes growth and just the natural me. I wouldn't feel right just putting anything out just to have my face out there, and it ain't what I really wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I just like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but we definitely have a library. We're gonna revisit a lot of those records and see what we come up with. But like I said, I'm really in a different space right now. I really do feel like spiritually connected. Like, I just feel different. I feel like a different type of dude right now. Like, I've been through some things. A close friend of mine's, you know, saying he died from colon cancer. He was an aspiring rapper. He died at a young age. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like since this happened, like, and another thing that happened, you know, Jadakiss, shouts out to Jadakiss, his manager and dude, like, died from the colon cancer, and we've been waiting for something from him for forever. That's not the reason why I did it, but I saw the likeness, like, damn, like, he wanted to put something out that he could put on the shelf and, like, kind of close that chapter for him. You know what I'm saying? It was somebody who was close to him. He died from colon cancer, and that shit, and it's crazy because that happened to a very close friend of mine, El Nino. You know what I'm saying? LJ, I might know him as Lumberjack.
Yeah, shout out to Lumberjack, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like after that happened, like all of these months, and just watching him go through that transition and being in those moments of being scared, and we were there for him, and just seeing him, I feel like I even owe it to him. You know what I'm saying? To do what I'm doing, but I just feel different. Like, since that happened, I feel different. Like, damn, I got an opportunity to execute certain things and to do this shit, like, for real, like, not only just for myself, but, like, for him. You know what I'm saying, too? You know what I'm saying? His children, you know what I'm saying? Baby Cam, baby LJ, like, they always come over my crib, spend weekends with us. Like, his children are my children right now. And I see them, and they be proud of me. They into rap. They into music. Cam loves it. Like, he knows when his father's music is playing. He know when it's coming up on the screen. That's my daddy. Like, anything that got to do with music or rap, he might see me writing in the house. I might have some headphones on, and he's like, just like this. And sometimes I'm so busy doing what I'm doing, so he's like, you see the way he's looking at you? I'm just like, nah. And then when I come, I'm like, yo, like, so it's just different. See, I see you, Al. See, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's real talk, though. It's honesty, and I just feel very spiritually connected. I don't know what type type of way, but I just feel different since that happened. Like on some real shit.
Just watch that.
I got it.
I got the table. See what I'm saying? Oh shit, just like collapse.
That's Lumberjack saying what up.
It's real. It's definitely presenting itself to me, different things. And I tell my wife, I'll be like, yo, I'm aware of it. I ain't a weirdo. I ain't trying to be weird. It's just certain shit you can't ignore.
Yeah.
Like when it's like, it's not by chance. And when it happens over and over again, you gotta acknowledge it. And I've always had that good spirit or whatever thing going on because I've been in a lot of different situations. And every time I've been in those situations, it's like, because I'm not a person that always look for the light. I'm always like trying to lift, so I always just avoid or, you know, I try to like ignore. But it's like, I'm just at a point now where I'm not ignoring it. I'm like, all right, what you got? What you got for me? And I'm just trying to execute everything right now and just do what I need to do.
Design you're real calculated and you take your time before you attack.
Yeah. Try to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to feel good and just make sure it come out the way I want it to come out before I just push anything out to the people, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't take it back, especially like with the internet and stuff like that. You got to watch what you say, or you got, you know, the quality that you put out. I don't want to be listening to records that I'm going to regret putting out. You know what I'm saying? At the age I'm at now, I want to put out what I like and I know it's solid. And I'm putting it out and I don't got to retract nothing.
And go back to you saying, mean what you say.
Exactly.
That's funny you say that because I think that is getting exposed with these versus battles, with some of the hits that we loved back in the day.
They don't age right.
Yeah, now when we play them, it's like, damn. I don't really, like, it didn't give me the same vibe it gave me, like.
The other thing that messes it up is that when you see them at that age and you see the movements, how they're moving, it's just like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not moving the same how they would express, right? They're not expressing it the same way. That's the difference when you see DMX live and he's sweating. He's like, it's not a fucking game! And he's like on fire, he's wired. He's sweating, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's not the guy you just saw in the verses. It's just like, it's the older DMX. I'm just chilling. I got the records for you still, but so you're not gonna get that same feeling. You ain't the same guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. X is the GOAT.
X is definitely the GOAT.
Hey yo, we got 2 more records if y'all want to get into that before you wrap up. We got the Piff James joint. We got How We Live.
You pick.
Where you want to go with? Let's go Severance.
That's my favorite one.
What's that, Piff James?
Severance, yep. Piff James, produced by Piff James. Shout out to Piff, yo.
Yeah, he's a good dude, yo.
Yeah,
let's get into that.
James. So this shit is.
Yo, what up, Jizzle? Yo, where HBK at? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Just having fun with it, nigga. I'm from a city where we iron a horse, minus the Porsche, that's what you call buyer's remorse. If you hire the boss, then I hire the course, cause everybody be snitching, wearing wires of course. Niggas thought that the fire was lost, I still got it though. Narcotic flow, these niggas is far-sighted though. Y'all gotta know the real is still prevalent, it's evident. We ain't reach a settlement, I ain't get a severance. From this rap game, I hold precedence, but I'd rather had a dead president. Now that I have better sense, I was just a young rookie. See the way I blew bands, feeling like a young tookie. This is where the slum took me, where the true bloods bust they guns sookie. Harder than a rock, you can't uncook me. Started out with 1 cookie, now I got the whole sleeve. Everybody sold trees, you ain't never sold leaves. I be with the OGs, or I'm at the crib with my Codies. All these pit bulls and parolees. I'm too rude, you dudes fool. Piff James shit, can't get this one off of YouTube. Who knew that I'd be back with a vengeance? Niggas tried to change up, I left them back by the fences. Yeah, I'm back in the trenches, clapping my wrenches. I'm possessing all the tools, why they acting pretentious? Ain't nobody nicer than I, like Raheem when he died. 1 extra cheese on my slice of the pie. I got 4 grams in the side of my tall cans. Niggas still stepping on my feet like they Jordans. That's a throwback, soul crack. I was taught to do the right thing, but these youngins wouldn't know that. That's why I go black on the whole track. Same nigga that found me, he found Kodak. Yeah, I got my flow back. They thought that it was dormant while I was putting bread on his fish like it's McCormick. And still going through the torment. Yo, what up, Jizzle? Yo, where HBK at? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Just having fun with it, nigga. I'm from a city where we iron a horse, minus the Porsche, that's what you call buyer's remorse. If you hire the boss, then I hire the course. Cause everybody be snitching, wearing wires of course. Niggas thought that the fire was lost, I still got it though. Narcotic flow, these niggas is far-sighted though. Y'all gotta know the real is still prevalent, it's evident. We ain't reach a settlement, I ain't get a severance. From this rap game, I hold precedence. But I'd rather had a dead president. Now that I have better sense, I was just a young rookie. See the way I blew bands, feeling like a young tookie. This is where the slum took me, where the true bloods bust they guns sookie. Harder than a rock, you can't uncook me. Started out with 1 cookie, now I got the whole sleeve. Everybody sold trees, you ain't never sold leaves. I be with the OGs, or I'm at the crib with my Codys. All these pit bulls and parolees. I'm too rude, you dudes fool. Piff James shit, can't get this one off of YouTube. Who knew that I'd be back with a vengeance? Niggas tried to change up, I left them back by the fences. Yeah, I'm back in the trenches, clapping my wrenches. I'm possessing all the tools, why they acting pretentious? Ain't nobody nicer than I, like Raheem when he died. 1 extra cheese on my slice of the pie. I got 4 grams in the side of my tall cans. Niggas still stepping on my feet like they Jordans. That's a throwback, soul crack. I was taught to do the right thing, but these youngins wouldn't know that. That's why I go black on the whole track. Same nigga that found me, he found Kodak. Yeah, I got my flow back. They thought that it was dormant while I was putting bread on his fish like it's McCormick. And still going through the torment.
I will bring you flowers in the morning, while feed you winter fruits.
Alright, we live.
Yeah, I said before, he said, we back. That's it. One yo.
Hey, yo, before we get started again, I wanted to give a shout out to Malik B from the Roots, like R.I.P. You know what I mean? He lost a founder member of the Roots and everything. But that's Severance, though.
Rest in peace, John.
Severance, man.
Where were you at when you was creating that record?
That right there, I was just in a place where I just wanted to let the people know. It's like Severance, is parting ways with the rap game. So that's what that song is about. Y'all can listen back to it, keep listening to it, but that's what the song is about.
Ain't no hidden agenda, right? Like, you don't mean when you say part in the game.
It's like, it's severance, like why I disappeared. Some people be like, why you disappeared? What happened? It's about severance, severing ties. You know what I'm saying? But I also didn't get a severance pay. So now I'm back for what you know.
But I'm old, yeah.
I'm coming back for everything that was old.
Yeah.
So that song right there kind of reminded me of Do the Right Thing, that movie. And where Mookie, like it was a powerful moment when he had to go back to Sal's spot. Mind you, he started the whole riot, threw the garbage can through the glass, started the whole shit, but he was fed up. But he had the audacity that after all this happened, the next morning, he went back for his last pay from Sal. I felt like that was a powerful moment. He was still, it was like his severance, but he had to go through a lot dealing with Sal, all the racism and everything, you know, and the whole shit with Radio Raheem, and like that was just a powerful moment.
Got no black people on the wall.
So that kind of inspired it. I don't even know how I got there. Like I said, I started the rhyme, like how I do my process, and I'm like, yo, severance, like, and that just scene just popped up in my head, like when Mookie went to get his last pay after he burned down his spots. Yo, shouts out to Vincent's too.
Burn down.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Shout Benny, man.
Crazy. See how this shit working, guys?
It seems like it's aligned. The stars are aligning for you. It seems like it's like the stars really are aligning for you.
What did you say?
Before Vince's was Benetti's, and Benetti's was on the corner of Cater.
No doubt.
Yo, yeah, but Vincent's was at Linden forever.
Yeah. So that went back to that scene where I was reminded of, damn, he severed ties too. So I just kind of incorporated it into the rhyme. But that's what severance is about. Is it just about, you know, severing ties and the reasons why? Like I was a young rookie. I didn't know any better at that time. You don't know, business is happening, Clue is coming around, all of these people are coming around and they're in each other's ears. You don't really know how to handle it. You're just happy with making the tape. You don't really understand how to monetize it yet at that point.
Yeah.
So you just happy with rapping. So that's what I basically was rapping, and I was just a young rookie. See the way I blew bands, just blowing frivolous money, blowing bread, you know what I'm saying? Thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Not really making proper investments. So that's what Severance is about.
Well, I was about to say, it's really a two-part question. One is musically, one isn't music. First part, is there anything you would do differently now that you're at your point in life? You can go back and be like, yo, I wouldn't have did that. I'd have went this route. Is there anything you would do differently? And second part, I want to get on how'd you come apart the fascination with boxing?
Okay, we're gonna do
how'd you come fascinated
with that? So basically, I would never do anything different because everything we went through is what makes us. So you got to look back and learn from the experiences and why it happened. Everything is a lesson, and I feel like everything is aligned for it to happen that way. You can't avoid your fate. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just, some decisions that you have to just learn from the lessons. And that's all I would say. There's nothing that I would do different because then I would be a different person today. You know what I'm saying? There's things I could have did that was grimy, but it's just not in my heart to be that way. So sometimes you got to take the shitty end of the stick, you know what I'm saying? And learn from that. And just see, damn, you learn other people's character too by seeing like, okay, how they operate. You know, it ain't always one hand wash the other. It's not always treat one like how you're supposed to be treated. But then there's different situations. There's so many different layers to it. You don't know what this person's going through. It might be a desperation move.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just with anything in life. So it's nothing you could do different. You just have to be you and who you are truly in your heart. And
stick to yourself.
That's it. That's so I don't look back. The boxing shit, I've always been a boxing fan. I've always been a fan of boxing since, Mike Tyson, Nintendo, playing Punch-Out, stuff like that. Prince Nassim used to come to the ring and be all
wild
crazy.
And going
Prince
crazy.
Nassim, I'm just like, yo, this is entertaining, it's dope, but they were like real fighters. And, boxing just always was a big thing. They come out with artists, with rappers. Damn, I always wanted to come out with somebody and introduce them. So there's a likeness from, athletes want to be rappers, rappers want to be athletes.
Yeah.
So I started doing a boxing thing. A good friend of mine's, Aki, does a boxing show. And we always been fight fans and argued about fighters for years. I remember when who was it, Tito Trinidad, he lost against Bernard Hopkins. So they do that little subliminal kind of race wars.
Yeah, it's always like
the
that.
Mexican against him or Cinco de Mayo. There's a reason why
they did that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just they know all of the Mexicans are gonna come out. They're gonna support. Shouts out to MVP.
MVP just walked in the building.
Baby.
Shouts out MVP.
That's my guy. So they always do that with the boxing. So I always used to argue with him. He's Puerto Rican, I'm black. Obviously, he's one of my best friends, and we used to argue about fights all the time. So we made bets on that fight. And actually, Bernard Hopkins, which is one of my favorite fighters, beat Trinidad.
I know.
He was mad. He wanted to fight, but we always had compassion for the fight game, and he always was trying to do some you know, podcasting before you would call it podcasting.
Yeah, he was ahead of the game. No, he was ahead of the game. He was ahead of the game.
He was ahead of the game. He
was a blogger. He was a blogger, yeah.
He actually used to be a fighter, and he fought.
Oh, he did fight?
Yeah, he used to fight underneath the gym. His brother name is Shamir Reyes. His brother actually was signed to Don King. Don King signed Shamir Reyes. And Shamir won a couple of fights, but he lost a lot. You know, you're dealing with Don King, so he's going to put you in
back
fights
burner,
that you,
yeah. And
yes,
you
so
got
certain fights that wasn't supposed to happen, you just want somebody in the ring, and it's happening.
And it's too early.
So it's just like, you know, so that was Ox Brothers. So we used to talk about that, and that's how I got into the whole boxing thing. I started being one of the guys for the boxing show. But before that, even he used to do it with another good friend of mine, G.O.V. Corp. But we're gonna stick to Hitchcock right now because my wife is just like, you gotta keep. But shouts out to G.O.V. Corp. It was that first, and it turned into that.
Nah, cause I'm asking another question of more boxing based, because we know I feel like we learned so much about you musically and some of your history and stuff like that. But I want to know more on a personal level. What's your likes, dislikes, and interests like that? But back to boxing, give me your top 5 boxers of all time. Best of all time.
Best of all time.
Top favorite. Yeah, favorite.
Mike Tyson, just his character.
No particular order.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, the way he talked, everything. Like, he's just a madman. Like, he go
Kids.
So I gotta go Mike Tyson. I go, I used to like Muhammad Ali. Obviously, Muhammad Ali is he's the greatest of all times. That's number 2. You gotta put Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is the cash cow. He makes it all the bread. Gotta do Floyd Mayweather. I'll also say Bernard Hopkins. I already shared with y'all that he was one of my favorite fighters, Bernard Hopkins. And then for the last guy, I would say I like Danny Garcia. No, you know what? I like Danny Garcia, but I gotta say Kid Chocolate because that's my boy. Like, aside from boxing and music, he the first dude that was like, all right, I can do this boxing shit. Like, he was like, Hitchcock, like, you doing a show now? But he know me from doing music.
Yeah.
So we got a different relationship, and like, that's my dude right there. Like, we have hours, like, conversations on the phone. So gotta put Pete up there, Peter Quillen, Kid Chocolate. One of my favorite fighters, one of my favorite dudes, just personally, is my guy.
Well, I was saying, who you like that's out there right now? Cause you named a lot of retired fighters.
I like the young kid out of Newark.
Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson is a beast.
Yeah, he is.
I like him, and he's from Newark. He's from New Jersey. Yeah. So like right now, that's who I'm watching. I want to see him win once things open back
They
up.
stole that title from him. He's gonna be the youngest person to ever win a belt. Exactly. But now he's the youngest person to ever fight for his belt because they gave the belt to Devin Haney. Exactly. And he ain't fight for it. Yeah.
Exactly, but he's gonna be okay.
Nah, he's gonna be okay. You don't like Devin Haney?
I'm just saying, Shakur got the right people behind him. I'm jerseyed out. I'm going Shakur.
He got Andre Ward. He got Andre behind him. That's what. After Floyd, you gotta say Andre.
Andre Ward is
after Floyd, you gotta say Andre.
Andre
Ward is dope. He a monster in that ring. Even though he has some questionable. No, I know, not active. Even though he has some questionable fights.
Active people though.
Nah, I like Shakur. I like.
What do you think about Canelo?
I think he's dope as hell, but I don't.
You just remember when Floyd whooped him.
No. I think he's a
young.
No. I think Canelo's fire.
But Canelo is a different guy. Right
he's a different animal.
He's a different dude.
I thought Danny could beat him. Danny Roberts.
Danny Jacobs.
Danny Jacobs. Sorry.
No, Danny Jacobs is from Brooklyn. I'm talking about Danny Garcia.
No, I'm talking about Danny Jacobs. I thought Danny could beat him. I thought Danny had a chance at him because of Danny's fighting style. I was proven horribly wrong. He tried. He's the miracle man. He tried to come back late in the fight, but it was too late. It was too late.
Yeah, I went there.
And I was watching it, and I'm like, I think Danny can get him.
We actually sold merchandise. I was like, yeah, we that's just in your heart. You want to see Danny win, but Canelo was just a different beast. He proved himself, his durability, his power, his strength. He's a different.
How you feel about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford? Errol Spence is my guy.
Crawford is like the guy, Bud. Yo, Bud is.
Who do you think win out of Bud Spence? I think I'm going Spence. Spence show he can be technical and he show he can get into a brawl with you. Cause he brawled with I kinda do.
That don't even bet.
Yeah, I don't bet. But I don't gamble. Don't gamble.
You ain't gonna see me again.
That was the most Jersey City shit I ever seen in my life right there.
No, but I feel like Errol Spence showed he could be technical, and he was in a bulldog fight. What's the guy who Porter? Sean Porter.
Yeah.
He was in a bulldog fight. He didn't try to outbox Sean Porter. He went right to him and they fought, slugged it out. He tried. He showed his like you said versatility. He showed it. That's I don't know if Bud can slug it out with somebody like that. I don't know. I watch fights. Like I don't know if he. Like I like boxing and UFC. I watch it. I watch all that fighting shit. Yeah, I watch that shit too.
They have active fights that's happening
Right now, yeah, they got Fight Island
that's what
too.
you can watch right now. Ain't too
Fight
many
Island
sports
too.
like UFC, NBA, they fighting
Today, yeah.
But this is right now. This
play today.
Pelicans versus Jazz. Who good? Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'm the king of that shit.
I like to my Fight Island too. I watch all that fighters because my father, like, the only thing he did was every fight he used to take us to his friend's house, his friend Tommy's house. And I used to sit there, right? I used to watch all these boxers fight, and I'm seeing them put hundreds of dollars out just betting on the fighters. I'm like, yo, what is this job? What's this shit that's worth all this money? You know what I mean? So that's how I got interested in boxing. So I've been watching boxing and UFC. As soon as UFC came out, I wasn't watching when Ken Shamrock was there, but I was watching more of the Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz. That's when I became a fan of it. But boxing, I've been a fan since. I remember, what was the white guy named Bobby Morrison? Who was his name? Morrison, not Bobby Morrison, Tommy Morrison?
Tommy Morrison caught AIDS.
He could fight! He could fight! He lost all the, like, he was like a journeyman.
Okay.
He lost all of the main ones, but he was putting shit down. Like, he helped me, like, get into boxing too, like Tyson.
So you actually used to fight?
No, I didn't fight, I just watched.
You just watched.
I fought, bro, yeah, I fought, bro.
No, the guys who really watch, they watching the angles, they can see what's really going on in there. Yo, boxing is no joke, bro.
That shit is no joke.
UFC right now shows the real fighters from the
different backgrounds, jiu-jitsu, you got wrestlers, like it's a whole bunch of different shit.
It's been like empty, like
you saying that being that there's no fans there, you get to see what's really going on.
I got a question for y'all. What y'all like better? Y'all like UFC or you like boxing?
I like boxing better, but UFC is a little more entertaining right now because the divisions is so misplaced. Like the heavyweight division, you're only looking at 3 to 4 fighters.
But not only that, like I feel
what are you looking at?
I feel like the politics of boxing, people like clearly winning, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's
like
but it's always great when they do that build up to the super fight.
Yes,
that's what it's about.
Fight.
Yes.
Do the build up to the super fight. What I don't like about UFC is that you could get hit with a random punch and get knocked out, but you can know that I know that this guy is just built better.
Yeah, he was
this
beating
guy
him
is
up.
supposed to be the winner,
like
but
that.
if you get hit with a lucky, so it's such a like lottery. Like, damn, this nigga caught me with a lucky joint and I'm out. I can just ground and pound him and you out of here.
Yeah,
that's what I like about UFC.
It's more
Boxing is a
technical.
sweet science.
Yeah.
It's just more technical.
Cool, yeah.
It's more of a mind game, which I'm not taking nothing away from UFC. I just feel like you could kind of get lucky. A kick could come out of nowhere. A flying kick, a spinning elbow, and that's it. That could stop the fight right there.
Well,
That's why I like UFC.
Let's be like, yo, let's be honest, but that's why we watch boxing too. And UFC is quick. You know, so
I seen 5-round slugfest in there.
So why they don't
Go look up Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald. 5-round slugfest. Like, that was the worst cut I ever saw on somebody's lip in my life.
It was nasty.
His lip was hanging. Like, that was a 5-round slugfest. Yeah. Cause UFC is very entertaining, but I'm more of a boxing fan. It's what I grew up on, so I tend to.
It's a mind game.
Yeah.
You can see the storyline flip. The guy that was losing, now he's winning. It's like a mind game.
Prime example?
Adrenaline. Like,
Danny Jacobs, the Miracle Man.
Yeah. So when you're watching and you're able to appreciate it, it's just like, yo, you just enjoy it different. Like, yo.
And even though UFC has so many different styles of fighting, and this question is like contradictory. They have so many different styles of fighting. Like, you come from so many different backgrounds with UFC, but like boxing isn't just technical fighters. Like, there's bulldogs in that ring. Somebody's gonna go to your chest the entire fight and never stop. Like, you had like Danny Garcia and Sean Porter are completely two different fighters.
Yeah.
Garcia's more of a counter fighter.
Yeah.
More of a counter fighter.
Catch you with that
Yeah, and he put you to sleep with that shit.
He's done it.
Sean Porter is a bulldog. He gonna go right to you the whole fight. Errol Spence is technical. Bud is technical.
But we don't know what Errol Spence is gonna look like after that car accident.
Actually, because he went out, he flipped out the car.
So that's a whole nother thing.
But he didn't break.
Active since the car accident, it could have killed him.
Yeah.
Like, it was a bad car accident.
No,
so you don't know. Like, people be shocked. Like how Roy Jones, how he got caught, and then like after that, it just seemed like damn, he was never the same.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
hit him the right way,
Yeah.
he's just gonna drop. He wasn't like that
Everybody
before.
saw that shit.
So
Once
you could be shocked.
Once somebody's found that weakness, it's
So you
over.
don't know how he gonna be.
You seen Ronda Rousey?
You know,
And Errol
Yeah,
Spence
that's another
defend,
one.
but no, Ronda Rousey fought. How she reacted to the loss is one thing. She lost that fight because her corner. They tried to have her box a boxer, take her to the ground. Why are you trying to box a boxer and you're a third-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu? Take them to the ground. She lost that fight because, what's his name? Tarverdian, her corner man. Tarverdian.
About the next time
I watched that
When
fight.
she lost to
I
Amanda
watched that fight
Nunes.
in the city, and I watched
I'm
the
talking
woman
about
cry
her
when
reaction.
Ronda Rousey lost that fight. She cried.
Yeah, she
Because
did.
Ronda Rousey was such a beast. She'd kill you in 2 seconds.
But she
stopped
wasn't
fights in
a
2 seconds.
striker, though.
Exactly.
She wasn't a striker. You tried to strike a striker.
You're fighting a different type of fighter. Look at the Mayweather
She
fight
got her shit
with
fucked up.
what's the guy name? The Mayweather fight. McGregor, right?
Rabid
You see-
punches and everything.
You're able to see the difference.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference. Difference in training, difference in styles of fights. Like it just don't match up. Don't go together. You on a different type of time right now. And you was able to visually see that. So I think that's what happened like that. But the girl that was the boxer, she lost the belt right after that.
To Amanda Nunes, Holly Holmes. She lost to Amanda Nunes.
The next fight.
Yeah, and then Amanda Nunes beat Ronda Rousey up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, but that's
two
what.
different type of
Yeah.
Style.
And like you were saying,
Style,
and something like we were saying about the politics and stuff like that, it's like a good and bad because sometimes you get super fights. Look what we have now: Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. It's coming. The fight. I think they signed already for the fight. I'm not 100% sure.
Anthony Joshua, I wouldn't know.
No, I think they signed for the fight already. Yeah, they signed for the fight. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. They signed for the fight. Think about it. Joshua got one loss. Fury has none. They don't want to fight. They got tired of the politics, them two. And I respect it because they're real fighters. They don't want to deal with the politics. They just want to fight the best fighter. And politics gotten away with that. They wanted to build up more, and it kind of got in the way of it. Now they don't care to fight each other as much. And after Anthony Joshua got his first loss, you guys lost before Deontay.
There's always politics behind it.
Yeah,
He signed the zone.
Yeah, like he is on his own.
So that's a whole
nother
different
thing. Like
machine. So you
Deontay not going to fight on his
fights
own.
that you got to fulfill. Like Canelo was signed to the zone.
Mhm.
So he signed for like a 11-fight deal or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to fulfill the contract.
Yeah.
Like, you got paid. You know what I mean? You get your bread for that. So like Joshua is the zone fighter. Like
Yeah.
so you got to fight somebody. So that's just something they probably build up for their network.
Yeah.
Because they have a whole different network going on. So there's always politics and there's a reason behind it. The fighter is really never in control.
Yep,
what I'm
you're
saying?
100%
There's
right.
always the people behind it.
You're 100% right.
Arranging it.
He's 100% right because they deal with that because Deontay, I think he's not ESPN, I think, or he was
Wilder?
Showtime.
I'm not sure.
I think he might have been.
For a casual boxing fan, they wouldn't know that, and they
Oh,
would
yeah,
get
you're
upset
right.
with the fighter.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
why
They
you
don't
not doing
understand
that?
why what's happening is happening.
Yeah, I understand, but now we got Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua coming soon.
So you got
Who you got?
Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury.
It's gonna be a chess
I
match.
was surprised that Tyson Fury beat my man
Wilder.
Wilder.
And
That
I
was
love
crazy
Wilder.
to me.
I thought Wilder was the one.
Yeah, that was just crazy to me. It just is like wear and
mean-
tear. He got exhausted. He got tired.
Technically,
Yeah.
he won the fight.
Talking about the 12 second. No, you talking about the 11.
We're not talking about the first one though. We're
Yeah,
talking
about
about
the
the
second
one
one when he clearly lost.
It was a clear
He
loss.
clear cut
It
loss.
would have been a second fight.
It was a clear loss.
It would've
They
been
signed to a
second
3 contract deal. It was always a 3-fight contract deal. It was always going to be a second fight. They signed a 3-fight deal. It was going to always be a second fight. They had an automatic rematch clause for both fighters in their deal. An automatic rematch clause. So whoever won had to get another fight.
It'd have been 1-1 though.
I was surprised at that. So I don't know. We'll see.
You think Joshua though?
Anthony Joshua, he let the Spanish guy beat him. What's his name?
Ruiz.
Ruiz. That was supposed to be a clear win for him, and
I
he
want
took
some
a.
money off that.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Wow.
It was his
I
first.
think-
It was his
Fury
first.
gonna do it.
It was his first fight in the United States, though.
Yep. That's why they made
So
it
you
bigger
got
than
the
what it
butterflies
was.
in your
Yeah.
stomach. You don't probably feel confident. Who knows what he was going through? But the long story short, as many times he got dropped, that was just crazy. Like, yo, this is Anthony Joshua. This is like
Oh,
not
look-
to take
If that was
anything away
Wilder-
from Ruiz. Don't do that.
He's still a fighter.
Yes.
Still a fighter.
He's a trained fighter. He's seasoned.
Yeah,
He know what he's doing.
doing.
He's been in there. He ain't a slouch.
Because he got dropped first. Because Ruiz got dropped first.
Yeah, and then he came back and started dropping him. So I was like, what? This really happening right now?
Crazy.
Just when you look at the body types, how fit he looks, you
Yeah.
just expect the other party to dominate. That didn't happen. So we don't know what can happen with him and like Fury. Fury is like kind of long and lanky.
Yeah.
He's like a tall, overgrown, just like a.
And Fury beat Klitschko. Fury beat a Klitschko on fire. Joshua beat an old Klitschko.
Yeah.
Fury beat a Klitschko on fire.
Yeah,
he was the only person to beat him while he was in that hot streak like that.
Fury stopped after that, though, right? Like,
No, the drug problem. The drug problem. He's going crazy.
He still came back on fire, though.
Yeah, and then you gotta credit Anthony Joshua because he came back and took all them belts right back next fight. He took all his belts right back next fight because he had a rematch clause in his fight. And he came back and took all them belts right back next fight, and he won 2 fights after that. So he has more confidence. Tyson Fury just got into a slugfest with what's that young fighter? He got into a slug. Tyson Fury like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
He got into a slugfest with a 6'2" person.
He's a giant.
Split Tyson Fury. That scar tissue, you know that shit don't heal right.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a cut you can reopen real soon. And he just got into a slugfest with that guy. That's why I said I'm leaning more towards Joshua, because it's going to be a chess match because they both technical fighters.
Yeah, we'll
so it's going to be a judge
When
match.
are they even planning on starting fights again?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They took 2021 though. Yeah, they
They
took
just trying to
2021.
stay- Yeah, they just trying to stay alive right now.
Yeah, they
We
took
all know it's
21.
gonna come back, but it's like ain't no fights happening.
Oh, right. Gwen said the project is a breath of fresh air.
Thank you. Yeah, that's that N95.
Get back to your shit, bro.
Did you say the name of it, or did you not release it yet, or?
I didn't say the name of it yet. I'm juggling.
Yeah.
I'm juggling between I'm juggling between 2 or 3 names right now.
Word.
So I actually do have the names that I want, but until I complete the project, I think once it's completed, then I'll know which one of the 3 I'm gonna name it.
Do you have your features ready for it already?
I'm doing no. Right now, I don't want to do no features, so I haven't been reaching out to anybody. But I have a bunch of people that have been reaching out.
Of course.
Shouts out to everybody, yo, for real. That's mad love. They want to see me win, type of thing, and that's dope. But I gotta show what I can do alone. You know what I'm saying? Like without too much help. You know, favoritism type of thing.
How
I
many
don't really
tracks
want
you wanna
that.
go? How many tracks?
I want to do 10 tracks. I think 10 tracks is fair.
It's good.
I mean, 8 with like 2 bonus joints. I feel like it's fair.
All right, anybody that's hitting you up, like anybody that's hitting you up for a feature for the project, you think it's like one person that you think you like?
You really
he hit
considered?
me up, he hit me up. Yeah, I'm gonna put him on.
He said Jay-Z.
Like that's gonna happen right now. I got a long way
I'm
to
talking about
go.
anybody that's hitting
You
you up
might not
like,
come
right
back
now.
out.
Like if you think about it, like a song that you would pop up, and you like.
I wouldn't be able to say a name honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to focus on executing this shit and doing what I need to do, and I think it'll organically happen if somebody is gonna do a feature or do it. I'm talking about like my plugs, like people that I know, like y'all know who these guys are. Like I ain't gonna do that. Like I feel like that's corny because it's just like I'm kind of cheating. So I gotta give y'all what I can do first, and we can play around and do all of that shit later on, or maybe on their shit or something.
Remixes.
Bro, I was just about to say, so is there anyone, they might not get on your project now, but y'all could be doing other stuff.
Yeah, who's on your radar?
Freestyle.
A couple of people, I ain't gonna say it because then I'm just spoiling them. I'm letting you know who my guys are. You know what I'm saying? These my guys. So
but we can expect some stuff.
Definitely.
Family Reunion Part 3, I seen
some features and
Family
stuff like
Reunion
that.
Part 3. I actually have a record. It's called Family Matters.
Oh.
So that's kind of like my Part 2 to Family Reunion. So y'all might
And that track is.
Y'all might have to look out for that. That's probably gonna be on this new album. It's called Family Matters. So Family Reunion, Family Matters. That's what type of time we on.
He's asking my ride home.
That's that Part 2.
He's actually gonna play that when he ride home tonight, family reunion.
All the verses on there was legit, so why not?
It's classic music. It's feel good music.
So I don't know. Do you want to tell any viewers what projects you got coming up? Anything in the future?
He spoke
that
on
you
the
have?
upcoming one he has.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying.
Well, just
anyone's
make sure y'all go.
futures and stuff
Yeah,
like
make sure
that?
y'all go check out. It's available on all platforms. You got Bettina, that was #1, right? So Bettina, you can YouTube it, Spotify, everything. You used to seeing those posts available on all platforms. These joints, whatever you rocking with, Spotify, if it's Apple, you have access to it. YouTube, you can YouTube it. You have access to it. So Bettina is one of them. Severance, and we also Severance, and then we have Peter Lula, which we're starting to shoot a video for that next week. It's gonna be insane. So y'all look forward to that. That's what we're doing. You know.
Yo, for the record, go to Spotify because y'all get paid the most off Spotify. So if you got Spotify, go over there.
I ain't even know that.
Yeah.
Question. What producers are you working with on the project?
Right now, I'm working with MVP.
Yeah, we know about MVP.
Yeah, he's also he's an artist.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, his music is dope.
Yo, he's insane.
I had a song with MVP a couple years back. And he reached out to me. I got on a song called Audi 5000. This was years ago.
Like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
It's just some people you just work organically with, and it just happens. Like he's one of those guys.
Yeah, it's MVP. Really one of those guys that when you get with
He's one of
him.
those guys you go to the studio and it's just like automatically gonna happen. He gonna fuck up his whatever his system is. He gonna be like, look at this.
Energy, man. He got good energy.
That's all MVP, and then also Young Jizzle. I don't know if y'all rock with
Yeah, he was in the chat. He was in the chat. He said, "What's up?"
Jizzle does his thing. He's heavy. That's
Boys,
family.
HBK.
That's like literally my family. He's doing a lot of work with on his own, like as far as producing and getting his production out there.
Yo, but
He's
that's fire though. That you reaching out.
I can say this real quick.
You got tracks from Jizzle,
I got tracks from Jizzle. Jizzle a young legend out here, but he do a lot of shit.
Yeah, we just got a track with we just did a track with our Jizzle Finesse. We just did a track with Finesse. Yeah, we just did a track with him.
2 tracks on my first album, like without even asking, like he was like, "Yo, what you need?" Like,
no, you hear real nigga.
Like, yo, shout out to him, bro. Like,
and he's talented. He's fire. So he's definitely a 2 people you're gonna hear on the new project. Is gonna be MVP and Young Jizzle. So definitely look out for them.
I think it's fire too that, like, you know, not to call them young boys, but they like a younger generation of like music in, you know, in Jersey City and Jersey, and that's dope that you working with, cause you know they OGs that are haters out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's fire that you come back and, you know, work and give chances first to people, you know, that's easy to work with too.
Yeah, and they do their own thing. I'm fond of their music. So like even the music that they're making, they diverse with it. They don't just do music one type of way. They have their artists that they work with that bar fest. That's gonna spit bars too. And they do their thing where it's just the drill thing. Like, but it all sounds good. So they know what they're doing. They have their ear, and it's their time. You know. So I'm definitely working with them, and we're gonna just evolve into something different and do what my vision is and make it happen.
I remember my last question. I remember the question I forgot. My question to you was, I remember when me and Dev like linked up with you the first time. It was like,
I remember too.
Doing the promotions with you had your show. You had the
they gave us one of our first interviews.
Summer Jam, Jersey Summer Jam at Mangoes and everything. Y'all gave us a platform to do our thing.
They gave us our first interview and our first actual platform to show them, because it was we performed. Only people I remember that night was us, Blockwork, Designer Boys, a couple other solo artists performing that night too. But then right after that, I hit us up like, "Yo, come get this interview," and I'm like, "Oh shit, like what's up with that?" And then he really, that's why I asked you that question before about you. Do you feel like you obligated to give back? I don't know if you feel like that back then, but that's what I thought. Like he's like, "Yeah, I'm looking out for y'all."
Like, it's just guaranteed. It's natural.
Yeah.
So the whole Jersey Jam idea came from my wife, like because she was doing like party promotions and helping marketing, you know, artists. And I was like, yo, this is a way, like, you know, she was doing it in a different type of way. And then I was like, yo, we should like try to help the artists out. So there's a bunch of talent around here. They want studio time. You know, we always had access to our own studio. So they want studio time. We could do that for them. But where's the platform where they can actually perform? So then I was just getting my feet wet with doing the whole show, you know, with the cameraman. And the show was based out of Brooklyn on DTF. You know, radio. So, sorry, but 15 minutes of fame right now, Daddy. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so we was doing that, and I just felt like that was good, you know, because you got to learn. You know, you can't just throw somebody on Hot 97 for an interview and think they're gonna know how to carry themselves or know how to speak. So there's a learning process to get to it. But you only learn from, like I said before, making the mistakes. How can they make the mistakes if you don't never give them the opportunity to actually go on the show, to actually be interviewed, to actually look back at themselves and see how they're presenting themselves, to find out who they want to become. Like see yourself, that's you. And then they got to see that, to be like, I want to adjust this, I want to do that, and then actually become. So that was my whole idea with that, and with her idea, just to give the platform and then to make it transition into interviews and see what more we could do from it. That's a lot though to control when you have people who beefing. There's a lot.
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie, cause I ain't gonna lie. That night, the night y'all tried to host the show, I don't understand how you don't realize what you did was kind of like sort of borderline legendary. I consider it legendary. My people might not, but you really got a whole city, and this shit is chopped up, and this shit is like if you're not from Jersey City, you don't know. People be at odds.
Nobody want to come to that area.
Yeah.
And you know, Blackbrook, that's their area.
That was their area. So yeah, so like
we from
y'all really worked it.
That area, so it's like that's what I mean about breaking that ice, getting to know them for real.
Yeah.
Really being in tune, in touch with them, where they gonna treat you different.
Yeah, they gonna have respect.
Yeah. You, they gonna treat you different. All right, we gonna try to put this together. This gonna be a big platform.
Yeah.
Like we can't have none of that.
Yeah.
This has to be allowed, okay, you know what I'm saying, and everybody do their thing. Like
yeah.
it happened out of respect.
No, it went smooth. It went smooth. It went real smooth.
Yeah, we should do another one.
I know, yeah, how long ago was that?
It shouldn't be that difficult. I understand there's a lot of shit that be going on.
No, how long ago was that? How long ago was that? That was a couple, y'all like what?
Probably 6 years ago.
Like 5, 6 years.
Cause I was like 23, some shit like that, 24, some shit like that.
Y'all hold up. Y'all in the Designer Boys were declared the winners of that, right?
Because we the ones that got the interview.
Yeah, us and Designer Boys got the interview. Yeah.
Oh, no.
But we brought everybody
up there. Yeah, they brought everybody up there.
They gotta make it fair.
Yeah, no, they brought everybody up there. So but I think that was. I'm not in a position. I don't know. I didn't think it was a competition.
What you gotta do, you gotta give an incentive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a battle, but every
yeah, because I didn't when I got there.
Loses.
Yeah.
But you gotta give some sort of incentive, right? Yo, whoever go in and wins.
Nah, our shit's still on YouTube. We was had it lit.
Oh, we got footage.
It's a bunch of footage, yeah. Oh yeah, do?
Yeah. I got exclusive footage on the Mac. And the Mac in the house, I got footage that, trust me, we putting some things together. Yeah. Y'all gonna love it. Just let everybody evolve. You're already becoming who y'all becoming.
Yeah.
And then just looking back at that, y'all gonna be viewing it like, yo. Like, and I got it. We got the footage. Tons of it.
Word.
In other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was actually dope. Yeah, I have footage of that. That's crazy.
Everything being said, that's why I say, yo, shout out to Teddy too, though.
Word.
He mentioned you a lot.
Yeah, and we ain't give you the platform you deserve too. So shout out to Teddy.
Cut him out next week.
Yeah.
Teddy Graham 201. She a different type of time.
Do a whole interview just for her.
Word.
It's true. She does a lot.
Where we at?
Closing statements.
We want
how we live. Give them how we live.
Yeah, we're gonna play that
how
song.
We live and come back at the end.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna play how we live, and then he's gonna give his closing statements.
Check this one out, y'all. This is exclusive right here. Nobody got this.
Okay.
GPB bangers.
How we live, women doing trips, $100,000 in the crib, public housing, that's when we was kids, nothing in the fridge, so we had to get it how we live, way before I ever met the plug, I was with the thugs, way before I ever had a buzz, niggas had to get it out the mud, before a nigga tell you how it is, I'ma tell you how it was, playing hide and go seek, we was so deep, no heat, getting no sleep, there was no sheets. Had to go creep with a little freak, strong roots, me and Mom Dukes had a little beef. Wonder why he tripping on the phone, cause I'm gripping on the chrome like I'm living all alone now. Tired of a nigga sitting home, now it's different, now I'm grown, gotta get it on my own. I was on the 5th floor, we was pissed poor, pissed off, now I just floss, now I drip sauce. I ain't Rick Ross, but I'm big boss, big dog, now the kid raw, call me Jigsaw. Gotta get gore, cause I'm with war. Got a few chips, gotta get more. Rap guard, I ain't gotta act hard at the SBs, jet skis in the backyard. I'ma show you niggas how we live. Women doing trips, $100,000 in the crib. Public housing, that's when we was kids. Nothing in the fridge, so we had to get it how we live. Way before I ever met the plug, I was with the thugs. Way before I ever had a buzz, niggas had to get it out the mud. Before a nigga tell you how it is, I'ma tell you how it was. I ain't tryna go tit for tat, but the lumberjack with the crispy hat, mommy couldn't get me that. No bread with a jiffy at. Niggas smoking dust, getting stuck like the mice in a sticky trap. When I got my first 50 pack, I was ready loading up the hammer when my grandma said, Hitch, relax. Backyard playing spades or some pity pack, but it's kinda iffy, see the blicky hit Ricky back. I'm from the city where it's risky at. Used to have a crush on Missy, but she ain't never kissed me back. I'm getting tipsy where the whiskey at. Wish that I had 50 racks, but instead sleeping on this pissy mat. This my addiction, I be spitting crack, this a fact. Think we got a problem, Houston, where Whitney at? That's why these labels never hit me back. I'm here to bring the city back with that gritty Jersey City rap. I'ma show you niggas how we live. Women doing triz, $100,000 in the crib. Public housing, that's when we was kids. Nothing in the fridge, so we had to get it how we live. Way before I ever met the plug, I was with the thugs. Way before I ever had a buzz. Niggas had
GPB bangers.
How we live. Women doing triz, $100,000 in the crib. Public housing, that's when we was kids. Nothing in the fridge, so we had to get it how we live. Way before I ever met the plug, I was with the thugs. Way before I ever had a buzz. Niggas had to get it out the mud. Before a nigga tell you how it is, I'ma tell you how it was. Playing hide and go seek, we was so deep, no heat, getting no sleep, there was no sheets. Had to go creep with a little freak, strong roots, me and Mom Dukes had a little beef. Wonder why he tripping on the phone, cause I'm gripping on the chrome like I'm living all alone now. Tired of a nigga sitting home, now it's different, now I'm grown, gotta get it on my own. I was on the 5th floor, we was piss poor, pissed off, now it just floss, now it drip sauce. I ain't Rick Ross, but I'm big boss, big dog, now the kid raw, call me Jigsaw. Gotta get gore, cause I'm with war. Got a few chips, gotta get more. Rap guard, I ain't gotta act hard at the SBs, jet skis in the backyard. I'ma show you niggas how we live. Women doing triz, $100,000 in the crib. Public housing, that's when we was kids. Nothing in the fridge, so we had to get it how we live. Way before I ever met the plug, I was with the thugs. Way before I ever had a buzz. Niggas had to get it out the mud. Before a nigga tell you how it is, I'ma tell you how it was. I ain't tryna go tit for tat, but the lumberjack with the crispy hat, mommy couldn't get me that. No bread with a jiffy at. Niggas smoking dust, getting stuck like the mice in a sticky trap. When I got my first 50 pack, I was ready loading up the hammer when my grandma said, Hitch, relax. Backyard playing spades or some pity pack, but it's kinda iffy, see the blicky hit Ricky back. I'm from the city where it's risky at. Used to have a crush on Missy, but she ain't never kissed me back. I'm getting tipsy where the whiskey at. Wish that I had 50 racks, but instead sleeping on this pissy mat. This my addiction, I be spitting crack, this a fact. Think we got a problem, Houston, where Whitney at? That's why these labels never hit me back. I'm here to bring the city back with that gritty Jersey City rap. I'ma show you niggas how we live. Women doing triz, $100,000 in the crib. Public housing, that's when we was kids. Nothing in the fridge, so we had to get it how we live. Way before I ever met the plug, I was with the thugs. Way before I ever had a buzz. Niggas had to get it out the mud. Before a nigga tell you how it is, I'ma tell you how it was.
Back to that.
Yo, we live.
That's how we live.
That shit.
We back. We winding down to the end. Closing statements. We got time for what? 1 or 2 more questions. Then Hitchcock got to send us off.
No doubt.
So we got time for 1 or 2 questions. Any questions?
I got a question.
Yes, you was waiting on the side for a while until I saw you.
How did that come about? That was just like
fire
right there. Like I want to know, how did that come about? What was your mindset in that?
Got in the studio again, and my mind just totally went towards. Damn, everybody rap about when you made it, but what about when you was getting it out the mud, like the bad parts of it? Because a lot of the success parts are glorified, but it ain't about how you got there. So it's just like, way before I tell you how it is, like how we living right now, let me tell you how it was. Like shit was terrible, like the circumstances. So that's the whole song is based off that and just moments out of my childhood. You know what I'm saying? All of those stories were like real stories. Playing spades, when I got my first 50 pack, like that was for real. Like getting caught with it, like crazy.
Second part, if I can jump right back in. How did that beat get sent to you? Like, how did the beat come to you? Like, did you walk in the studio and that was playing? Did it get
Somebody had the beat for me.
You got a guard right there.
Like, it was given to me through a producer that worked with us, so I was able to get on there, you know what I'm saying, and jump on there and do what I do. We get a lot of beats submitted, and if I hear something that I feel, I'm automatically jumping on it. So that's just the natural thing for me. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh no, he not playing. He's a real big fan of you. Like when I hear say a super fan, he a borderline stan. No, I'm fucking around. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Now he a real big. No, he a real big fan of you. So
one of our studios before we had an experience.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he wants to share it.
You want to talk about it?
Talk about it.
Yo, mind you, Loud Bob was there, right?
Yeah, that's a problem.
I'm gonna tell the story.
Why I ain't get no invite? Fuck you, Lewis.
This guy is crazy.
I'm gonna tell you the real story.
But I go everywhere.
My homie Loud Bob, right? He had the gummies.
Oh, that day. Yeah. I know I ain't go. I apologize.
Hitchcock
I know I ain't go. I know I ain't go.
I bore witness to the fetus.
No, but Pete.
So I told your little ass stay in your lane.
I hit him up. We gonna shoot a music video. He letting us shoot the music video at his spot. Loud Bob, I'm with Loud Bob. That's my brother.
I remember, yo.
That's my brother since '94.
They like, hit my phone.
Yo, he like, I think, like, I got these gummies, but it's not really hitting me.
Yeah, what he got?
Listen, he was like, I got these gummies. They not really hitting me. Like, can you try these gummies for me? Cause like, I know you don't smoke. Oh, yeah. Like, tell me if they bullshitting me. And now I'm like, fuck it, I don't got work tomorrow. Like, fuck, I'll take the gummy for you. I took the gummy, bro. I didn't know you were supposed to like split the gummy up.
He don't know what happened after that. He started getting excited.
Nah, they called my phone.
He was like, what? Because I don't smoke no weed. I eat gummies. I eat candy.
Hey, y'all see the guy? Ain't never told me that. Nah, he's got
what's happening? Okay.
Nah, he's got. They never told me that. Love Bob called my phone like, yo, damn, you gotta come get Lou. I'm like, you smell working down there. I'm like, nah, I'm at work. What you want me to do? He said, nah. Lou wildin'. I hear Lou in the background saying, "With my sister at? With my sister at? With my sister at?"
He was giving him water. He was like, "Oh, take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital."
She was high as shit.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, is he okay?" We were worried, like,
they not that strong.
I was telling him.
Yes.
I was telling him.
He ate the whole one like a dummy.
I ate the whole thing. I didn't know he was
that he ain't gonna share that story.
And I was like, I remember the feeling. I'm like, I needed to hear my sister's voice.
He was like, I just need to hear my sister.
I need something to drink.
Everybody I know that does edibles and never do
yeah, the panic attack.
Someone to calm them down.
I was like, call my sister. Like,
panic
I
attack.
needed somebody. I felt like, you remember the Grand Theft Auto Part 1 and 2 when you was playing from above?
Yeah!
That's how everything I love, I thought I was controlling myself from above. Ask him. I'm like, I was able to tell him where we was at.
Controlling his avatar.
I knew we was like, I'm like, we on Forest on the back roads. But like, I feel like I was controlling myself from above. I had an out-of-body experience.
That shit was crazy.
And I was like, I never been a smoker, but I'll never do it again.
I was cracking up.
You did one after that.
I'm like,
you did do another edible after that.
He said, I will never do that.
Oh no, that was him in the hotel room. That was him.
I never.
That video got cut short. He never got shot. Everybody was out.
No video happened that night.
No video. No. We went to my boy's crib. I took a nap. I woke up, done up.
Hello, nigga.
I woke up, done up. We had like a 50 piece of nuggets. I threw that up. I remember all that.
Edibles are no joke.
Nah, I eat this shit.
But my thing is, we all had a gummy. I ate the whole thing. They were taking it piece by piece.
How much?
I didn't know.
How much was the gummies, yo?
It was probably like 150.
And they're not little gonna be.
Nah,
I
I think they was like 225.
That shit's not doing shit.
Hey, yo, shout out MVP again, yo. He in the building. Show love to MVP. He in the building, too. Him and Jizzle the hottest producers in the city. Hands down. Hands down. Word, I remember it.
Oh, yeah, I was there for that.
That's a classic,
Y'all
though.
can look for the part 2 in Jersey Jam 20.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
2021.
Don't. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I remember the first Jersey Jam. Me and Lou, yo, we had so much fun at that shit, yo.
We gonna add the beat battles to it. We gonna get this thing popping.
Yeah.
Contact True Money Gang ENT.
Yeah, we gonna put it in the chat again. We gonna put it in the chat again.
It's all for the love of music.
Go to your
ENT@gmail.com.
Drop it in the chat again. Drop it in the email chat.
You wanna do your thing? Holla.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
dope.
do it for real. We doing that.
It's Hitch year, baby.
Nah, I was telling him.
Shit, it's Hitch year.
Nah, I was telling him how me and you go way back. I'm like, yo, one of my first features was MVP. He hit me up, yo, Dev, I need you to get on this song. I'm like, all right, what's up? Send it up. It was called Audi 5000. Yeah, that was my first feature.
One of my first studio experiences was with Hitch.
That's crazy.
And that nigga didn't.
That's
I was
crazy.
young. I was in high school. That nigga ain't say, yo, you a little nigga, get out the stool. He ain't trying to roll me.
Nothing.
Nigga, you one of us. What's up?
I respect that.
That's what it's about. That's
I
what it's
respect
about.
that.
We had a spot over there, y'all. By Reed. It was over by
Game
Reed
time
Street.
now.
Reed Street in Bergen. We had a studio over there. Yeah, we have a lot of history, but he always was nice. He was like, yo, get his shot, let him do his thing. But his beats
shout out
is
to
so
Jersey.
like he official.
True Money Gang ENT, right?
Yeah, True Money Gang ENT@gmail.com. Y'all reach out. Anybody that want to perform in this Jersey Jam 2021, we gonna do this thing.
Now y'all not doing stipulations. Y'all just letting anybody perform, or just like cut offs.
Anybody perform.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask.
It's limited spots.
Yeah.
So that's why we gotta, send your records in. I guess Teddy, holla at Teddy. Teddy's gonna let you know from that email address.
But eventually we're gonna put
But it's something that we want to build.
Okay.
I just got
Obviously, we still
got a
do.
random question.
Yeah.
How you feel about acting? You want to act?
I've never considered acting. One of my cousins
He'll
act.
do it.
I'll do that shit.
Think so?
No choice. He got the personality.
Yeah.
I think I do.
And you hey, you articulate this.
TrueMoneyGangENT@gmail.com. Any casting calls? We're in there, buddy.
You can articulate yourself well enough too. You can articulate yourself well enough too. So you can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
That's why I'm listening. I'm like, oh, look at
I make this money.
Yeah, chasing the bag. So you want to send us off? Give us where we can find you at. Every platform: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
Okay,
all
you
the
can
platforms.
find me at, like I said, I'm still out of whack right now, but I'm definitely on that Instagram, all the direct messages. You can find me at Hitchcock JC, HITCHCOCKJC, and you can find me there, and you can send all the emails to TrueMoneyGangENT@gmail.com. Teddy says I have a Facebook. What's the Facebook? Hitchcock JC is the Facebook as well, spelled the same. Twitter is I am Hitchcock. No JC.
AKA my Tommy squeezing like I'm Tommy E.
Yeah, so Twitter is I am Hitchcock. So let's go, baby.
That'd probably be a cat.
Groupies, don't be afraid to send the DMs and all of that. Wifey's cool. She's all right. Go in. Don't be afraid.
She said, please
don't be afraid
do.
to connect. You know what I'm saying? We all right. Entanglement.
And from that point, we've been Lost in
Translation Podcast.
Come to you every Thursday.
Yeah, man.
Tell a friend.
Friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell something, and we're out.
Hey, yo,
and no entanglements.
Before we go, we shout out to Black Champion Music Radio. Shout out to Hitchcock. Shout out to Teddy. Shout out to MVP. Shout out to my guys. Hey, I love y'all. You know what I mean?
Turn up.
Music.
Shout out to Heavy
Church. Shout out Bags. Shout out Bags.
Hold on. Time out. I want a special shout out to Heavy Bags for the motherfucking logo.
Heavy Bags is a motherfucking tune.
An animal.
Niggas don't.
Animal.
Niggas don't. Yo, it's 55 to forever, bro.
Facts.
That's
Always
real
trying to
young,
pull that
man.
card.